Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Hands Memorial Oval. Witnessed the grand final of the 1983 Southwest National Football League, and as we speak this very moment, onto the ground comes the Mines Rovers side. Burst through the banner. The side that ended up top of the ladder at the end of the qualifying games, and justly so. They've been a very fine side throughout the year, and they will do battle this afternoon with the Bunbury Football Club side, who are premiers for the 1982 season. Time's out. Can you hear that from me? Can you hear it now? Even if you go around there. The Bunbury come out onto the ground through their big banner. Led on by Captain Ron Precise, who will lead the parade for Bunbury, hoping to stitch up 2 in a row for their side. Two large bags of balloons being let into the air a la VFL Grand Final, looking quite spectacular down here at Hands Oval this afternoon. As the dancing girls, the charades, have entertained us the best part of the last 5 to 10 minutes. You see the sides line up, not in any order but through number order. For the Bunbury side is Gavin Maguire, Ricky Dawson, Barry Allen, Dave Gaunt, John Sarah, Steve Larson, Graham Cross, Gavin Howlett, Greg Worthington, Chris Soulis, Peter Quartermain, Ron Precise, Steve Mummy, Mick Shinner, Ashley Todd. Stop him, we're not fouling him up. Mines Rovers side in number order: Kevin Rowe, Rod Martin, Mark Antonovich, Peter Rowe, Michael Barrett, Gary Winterton, Ray Smith, Paul Moises, Jeff Saunders, Ron White, Mark Rowe, Gary King, Bill Hunter, Peter Bastow, John Brown, Tim Aramini, Wayne Coles, Ken Tate, Craig McGuckin, and Des Heinsohn. Mines be looking for their first grand final since 1979 when they beat Augusta Margaret River. Now we're viewing Mr. Burke, who will do the toss with the 2 captains after the national anthem, courtesy of Greyhound. dives into his left-hand pocket, chasing the two-headed coin. Peter Rowe, Ron Tresize. Rowe calls and wins the toss. Elects to kick to the Mary Street end with about a 2-goal breeze. Bunbury kicking to the Halsey Street end.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Jimmy's in there.
The heavy work's really on down here now.
He's got it.
Break a few bones before they start.
Nice building up. Possibly 80 or 90,000. Could be a few more.
Or a few thousand less.
Nobody's left yet because the game hasn't started. Anyway, down to procedures.
Going to be a late start this afternoon here. All players in their positions. Jeff umpire Nettleton to bounce that first bounce of the ball.
There's the bounce down. Heinsohn goes up with Larson. Nobody gets a decisive tap. Comes down to Barrett. He's pulled away by Tidy. Ball comes down to Ray Smith. He spins onto his left boot. Gets a long kick up the centre half forward. Players set themselves. Only player eyes for the ball is Vic Shinner, and he takes a mark on his chest. Shinner now brings it out grandstand side. Out towards Johnny Sara. He takes the mark. Looks down forward for someone to kick to. He gets a lead from Barry Haydinger. Lands it right on the chest. Haydinger now plays with a lobbing handball over the Potter Maguire. Doesn't get a very good bounce. Ray Smith there. He chops it off. Dawson's put down. Ball goes up to half forward. Where Coles. He can't hold the mark. Durnan's there. He tidies up. Treads a hand pass out to Graham Cross. Play on, says the umpire, as the umpire saw something then. Goes to Steve Larson. He's caught. Gets a handball away. Comes to ground. Picked up by Barrett. Only as far as Possum Maguire. He chops it off. Takes it out the far side wing with Gavin Howlett there with Kevin Rowe. Rowe gets in front. Sockets it ahead. Barry Allen in there. Comes in, puts down Rowe. Pushing the back, says the umpire. And Kevin Rowe to get the free kick on centre wing.
Was wearing number 11, I don't think.
Yes, it is. It's in the official program. There goes Rowe's kick up to half forward. Players go high. Kenny Tate's there. He's best to recover. Picks up the ball on half forward. Gets a long kick into full forward. Just away to the right, out of bounds on the full. The free kick to be taken by Mick Shinner.
He's got the bloody radio on.
Shinner deep in the pocket. It's down ground. There goes his kick. Out towards Shiosaki. He's over the back. Takes a good jumbling mark. Yes, the umpire says that's okay, and he'll take the kick. The left half back. Shinner now. Shiosaki. There's nowhere to go. Finally brings it in towards the centre. Asti Tidy gives a good lead. Takes the mark. He decides to play on. Threads a hand pass out to Tresize. He gets around. He's tackled by Barrett. Dropping the ball, says the umpire. Play on. Aramini gets the ball. Kicks up to half forward. Up towards Saunders and Cross. Saunders uses his body beautifully. Gets in front of Cross. Doesn't pick up the ball. Now he gets it out. Finally comes out towards Cross again. He gets a handball. Over towards Hornsby. He handballs over towards Ricky Dawson, centre half back. Kicks in towards the centre of the ground. Barry Allen's there. He takes a mark on his chest in front of Des Heinsohn. Allen now. Up towards centre half forward. Gavin Howlett's there. Barrett. Nobody picks up the ball. In comes Aramini. Uses his body well. Threads the ball out to a teammate in Rowe. Puts onto his left boot. Brings it out towards Cole's position. Maguire's there. He punches it away.
Top catch. Top catch.
2 bites of that cherry and brings it down. Gets a small kick on to Larson. He's to be claimed. He's claimed by a player in Winterton. He follows the ball up now. Runs out of bounds but keep the ball in. Gets it up towards the forward pocket. Hornsby's there. He drops the mark. Cross and Saunders. Saunders is tripped. And he'll take the free kick at left half forward plus 15 metres.
15 metres against Jimmy Cross. Jeff Saunders will take the free kick and he'd be 40 metres out from goals on quite an acute angle. Kicking towards the Mary Street end of the ground at Anne's Oval here. Taking plenty of time, lining up the ball. Cross signals to the out of bounds, but Saunders goes into the dead centre. The only one there that wanted it was Mick Shinner and comes off his hands and runs through for 1 point. That's the first score on the board of the afternoon to Mines Rovers. They go to 1 point. They lead Bunbury yet to score. Shinner, the full back for Bunbury. Looks for leads down the ground. Not much offering, but actually Tidy's down there in the true centre half back position. Up over the top goes Smith for Mines Rovers. Comes down to Heinsohn. He looks down the ground. Out there is White. He lets go what he should have taken. Plugger Allen doesn't. He mops up. Does the good work. Chased up by 2 Mines Rovers players. Round he goes. Has 2 bounces. Picks it up finally onto the boot. Down the wing it goes. Can't find anyone in particular, but Aramini's first to the ball. He picks up, hotly pursued by Shiozaki. Over it comes to Rowe and kicks it inboard down Barry Allen. He doesn't bend over, should have done so. Comes to Mines Rovers onto the left boot into Wayne Coles, and he takes an easy mark all on his own. Moody's in front of Jim Durnan. Coles 55 metres out to where the mark stands, thinks he can do it from there. He's got a bruise behind his back, should be up a fair bit of the distance. It's a long kick too, nice kick from Coles. The edge of the square, and it's off hands again and goes through for another behind to Mines Rovers. 2 points Mines, Bunbury yet to score, and what has opened up to be a reasonably tame sort of start. Each of these sides trying to check out what the other's going to do, not giving anything away. Shinner, short pass out as far as Shiozaki. Comes off his chest and runs over the line and out of bounds for a throw in. Inboard the ball goes. Oh, down from Larson it comes. No one there to take it. But, Barrett's there. Round onto the left foot. Chips inboard. Finds Winterton there. And he'll be 40-odd metres out. Nearly 50 metres out. He'll go back and have a deliberate kick at goals. Winterton playing in the centre of the ground. He'll be playing on Haydinger at the moment. Picked himself up a couple of kicks already. Moves in deliberately. High kick. Nice kick too. Beautiful kick indeed. Winterton has the first goal on the board, and the Mines Rovers pick up that goal. Winterton, his first goal, takes the score 1-2. Lead Bunbury, yet to score. And umpire Shaw cross bounces high into the air, good bounce, one away by Heinsohn. Comes down as far as possible. Maguire, he overruns it. Durnan and mops up into the centre half forward position. Precise over the top to Peter Quartermain. Nice top. In Quartermain, drop punt down to Gaunt, all on his own, takes a good mark, and if he didn't take the mark, he's going to be awarded the free kick anyway. As John Brown pushing and shoving in his usual form, goes back for Gaunt to take the kick at goals. Quickly out of the centre by Bunbury, as their true game indicates. Gaunt to fire at goals. 7 or 8 metres out, 45-degree angle, moves in deliberately. Oh, hooks it badly, atrociously, in fact. The goal umpire signal has gone through for 1 point, which I would call quite lucky at this stage of the game. And that's Bunbury's first score that goes to Dave Gaunt.
Aramidi take the kick in. Oh, it's a nice long kick out the far side of the ground. Pack sets themselves, nobody can take the mark. Ball comes to ground, Ray Smith's in there. He shovels it out, taken by Heinsohn. He gets a hand pass away, only far as Shiozaki. He's tackled without the ball. The umpire says play on. Gavin Howlett comes in, picks up the ball now. Kicks it high in towards centre half forward. Player in front there is Martin. He can't hold the mark. Comes down to Antonovich. He paddles it forward out towards player in Mark Rowe, and he'll get the free kick for pushing the back. Rowe now decides to hand pass. Comes out towards Rodney Martin. He runs along the grandstand side, gets up towards half forward. Durnan's there with Coles. So is Basto. Players force it out of bounds for a throw-in. No, the umpire's picked up a free kick. A little backhander from Wayne Coles to Jimmy Durnan. Durnan now on half-back.
Big job resting on Durnan's shoulders this afternoon to play on Coles, who kicked 10 goals last week.
Right, there goes the kick. Heinsohn flies high. Looks like he's hurt himself a bit. Tice is there, he shovels it out. Johnny Sarah mops up nicely on the boundary line. Put down after he's kicked it by Martin, and the free kick will go to Peter Quartermain. Peter Quartermain would be 45 metres out, slight angle.
We need a score from this position.
You give it a shake. There goes Courts now. Nice long drop punt. Won't quite carry. Oh, up goes the flying nun in Scrow. He can't hold it. Taken through by John Brown for a force behind. Takes Bunbury up to 2 points. Trailing Mines Rovers 1-2. McGuckin now kicks in hurriedly. Kicks out a player in Winterton all on his own. Hasn't got much on offer up forward.
Downstairs.
Winterton now at centre half back. There goes his kicking towards the centre of the ground. Coles breaks away from Durnan, takes a mark on his chest. Coles gets the lead up forward. There's Moises, he can't hold the mark. Potter Maguire's there, he tidies up. Well shepherded by Shiozaki. Maguire. There's a mark taken by Precise on centre wing. He tries to draw somebody, finally does so, comes out to Howlett. The umpire saw the elbow by Heinsohn. Play on now. Howlett's got the ball, he kicks it long. There's Gaunt. Drops behind his opponent in McGuckin and takes a mark on his chest. Same position where he was 2 or 3 minutes ago, 8 metres out. about a 45 or 50-degree angle. Surely he must put this one through.
I think Mines will miss the services this afternoon of their suspended player, Terry Bruce.
Yeah, it was a bad blow.
Blow being the operative word.
Gaunt moves in, makes no mistake with this one. That's the one we were looking for. Puts Bunbury on the board. 1-2, 8 points. Mines Rovers, 1-2, 8 points at the 9-minute mark of the first quarter. Umpire Nettleton to bounce the ball down after that goal kick by Gaunt. Hornsby's there with Heinsohn. Heinsohn wins the tap, comes down to Ray Smith. Thought he took one around the ears. The umpire says play on. Kenny Tate's there. He falls on the ball, shovels it out. The umpire says I'll have it to be a bounce down. There's the bounce down. Hornsby again with Heinsohn. Uses his body well. Ball comes down to Tate. Gets a little short kick up to half forward. Shorty Saunders there. He takes the mark. Plays on with a hand pass to Ray Smith. He kicks it long right at the full forward. Basto's there. He can't hold the mark. Gets it off his knee, I think. No, it's off the boot. Full points. Takes Mines Rovers up to 2-2. Bunbury trailing 1-2. Basto's first goal. Umpire Shawcross does the work this time. Into the centre of the ground. Larson goes up. Nobody can get it away. Ball comes down to Haydinger. Finally it comes out towards Ashley Tidy. He brings it across the ground. Plus Maguire can't hold the mark. Play there, and Antonovich has got the ball. He's blanketed by Sarah. Moisey's in there. Haydinger gets it out. Shovels it out to Larson. He gets a quick hand pass over towards Tidy. Ken Tate sockers it forward. Up towards Bunbury's half-forward line. Quartermain's there. Towards the player for Bunbury down in the centre. Doesn't look too good. Anyway, Ken Tate's got the free kick at centre-half back.
Looks like Haydinger down.
Up it goes. Punched away by Barry Allen. He gets the free kick. That's centre-half back. Barry Allen now with a free kick at centre-half back. There goes his kick down towards centre-half forward. Players set themselves. Oh, Rowe's the best one in position. He takes a clever mark. Mark Rowe now with a kick onto his left boot. Kicks it long up, grandstand side out towards Coles and Durnan. Nobody can judge the ball properly. Comes down towards Maguire. He's pushed in the back by Ray Smith and he'll accept the free kick. Oh, it's a trip, says the umpire, but what's the difference? There goes Maguire's little short pass up to Johnny Sarah in front of Antonovich, and he takes the mark. Haydinger looks like he's done a shoulder injury. There goes Sarah's kick up towards the centre wing. Ricky Dawson's there, has it punched away from him, comes down towards Winterton. He traps the ball, hotly pursued by Howlett. Chasice comes through, tackled too high, says the umpire, and Winterton can take the free kick.
Bit of heavy work coming into the game now as either side battles for the supremacy here as an elbow goes up from Aramini. The ball in the meantime has been taken back to where the free kick will be taken, probably near on 5 minutes ago. Haydinger comes off the ground with looks like something of quite a bad shoulder injury, and that's a bit of a blow to Bunbury at the moment. As the ball's kicked down the ground, comes down to Possum Maguire. He kicks it high into the air. Who's there under the pack as the two small men for Bunbury? It's Sarah and Ricky Dawson. Antonovich underneath it for Mines. Ball's shovelled out to Sarah. He gets the ball high over the top as Larson's underneath. So Sewell's just come onto the ground. He beats Brown to the ball. Brown, a bit of heavy artillery there, and the ball's been run over the line and out of bounds, and will be thrown in right in front of the very parochial Bunbury crowd. Ball thrown in, Heinsohn, Larson. One away probably by Larson, down only as far as Paul Moisey's for Mines Rovers. Comes up to Peter Rowe, and he's been caught too high as he ducks into the play and will take the free kick. Looks for something down the ground, nothing on offer. Comes out to the left side of the ground for Mines. Down as far as Ray Smith. He can't take what he should have done. Possum Maguire mops up over to Durnan onto the left boot. Nice one-hander taken by Tresice. His cricket prowess coming out to the fore there, but his football isn't equal to the task and comes back down as far as Rod Martin. He takes the mark. Down the ground it goes. Jim Durnan held too high. Has his ear removed from the side of his head, and he'll take the free kick. Mines say, what for? Durnan says, check out the ear hole. We'll get on with the game. Into the centre of the ground, true centre of the ground. Tidy gets the front berth, takes the mark. Good strong mark. George Mummy goes past. Not a very good kick from him. It goes down the ground. Out goes a leg from Scrah. Can't trip up the player as it goes through, and down the ball comes to Kevin Rowe. Gets a handball over, and he's been taken too high, and will. Bunbury player's been taken too high, and he'll take. Shiozaki will take the free kick. Shiozaki to the far right, to the left-hand side of the ground. Aramini's there. plays what he should have taken. Still can't pick up. Scrar's there. He can't handle it. Finally does so. Big handball inside to Ashley Tidy. He's there. Is Aramini. Takes one in the ear. She's there. And the goal goes just over the top of the pack. And Bunbury take their second goal for the afternoon. And that tidies up the score at 2 goals to each. Mines Rovers, same score. Another goal each and she'll be all even. All playing up here. Ball back in the middle of the ground with umpire Nettleton. Nice bounce once again. Run away by Larson. It's only down as far as Gary Winterton. He gets onto the left boot. Wobbly old kick, but leading in the chase to the ball is Ray Smith. He doesn't want to pick it up. Sockers it out in front of him. Chases it up, but it's a run over the line and out of bounds, and there'll be another throw in. Bunbury going against this slight breeze at the moment, probably having the better part of the game at this stage. Although Mines had the first 5 minutes of it. One away by Mines Rovers that time through Peter Bastow, but a free kick has been picked out to Hornsby. Tapped away by Tresice. Good play by Tresice. Down as far as Dawson. Top play by Dawson. He has a bounce. Can't get it going though. Handballs away once again. Brown players. One to the ear for his trouble by Antonovich. Picked up by Sarah. Where does he go from there? Heinsohn comes in with heavy work. Down to George Mummy. And he takes the mark in front of Gary Winterton. What's on offering? Nothing down there. Who's leading? Quartermain leads. That's the way the play goes. Out in front. Knocked away from him. And he's been paid the mark for being too high. John Brown, the man with the helmet. I think he's the only one that should be, because he's the only one that wants to fight. Peter Quartermain, 50-metre distance on this kick. I think he'd be looking to put it down into the forward line. Down to Dave Gaunt, that's the direction it goes. High into the air, who's at the back of the pack? No one down for anybody, but Gaunt's in front. It comes off his hands, runs over the back of the pack. Out as far as Gaunt also in the front, handballs it out, over as far as Shiozaki. Bridges way around one play, hooks the ball over his shoulder. Oh, only as far as Brown. He takes a time-saving mark. Kicks it long out to the far side of the ground. Nest of Bunbury players, and it's going to run out of bounds, or isn't it? Yes, it does. Beats all the players, and we'll see another boundary throw in. 14 points apiece for both sides. On the 19-minute mark, as I hand over to my co-commentator.
Umpires picked out a free kick from the throw, and it'll go to Des Heinsohn. He plays on with the handball over to Winterton. He kicks it long up towards half forward. Coles is there. Oh, the umpire said Wayne Coles was held, and he'll take the free kick right on the edge of the centre square.
Strange decision.
Yeah. Thought Foster Maguire just backed into him then. Coles now with the free kick. Use the wobbly old torpedo. Players set themselves. Hornsby goes high. Ball comes down towards Saunders and cross. Saunders off the ground. Snavels a quick run out of the square. Takes Mines Rovers up to 3 goals 2. Bunbury trailing 2 goals 2, and that's Saunders' first goal. Back in the centre, Hornsby and Heinsohn. Hornsby gets the better of the tap, comes down to nobody. George Mummy's met front on by Antonovich. Finally is picked up by Barrett. He gets a left foot kick back in towards the centre of the ground. Beats all players. Jimmy Dern will be first back to the ball. He traps it, gets a short kick out the far side of the ground where Oshiasaki's got loose, and he takes the mark in his chest. Shiozaki now into centre half forward. Mummy slips over at the crucial moment, and Heinsohn takes an easy mark overhead. Plays on with the handball over to Kim Aramini, drifting past. He brings out towards the grandstand side, out towards Tresice. He sets himself, drops the mark, has trouble picking it up, gets back up from Durnan, doesn't want it. Brings out the grandstand side, out towards Johnny Sarah. Well spoilt by Antonovich. Comes to ground. Good shepherding by Sewellus. Sarah with the ball now. Kicks in towards centre half forward. George Mummy's there. So is Heinsohn. Pushed in the back, says the umpire, and Heinsohn will take the free kick. Heinsohn at half back. There goes his kick. Nice looking drop punt in towards the centre of the ground. Moyes is there, so is Shiozaki. Howlett's there. He takes it away from his teammate in Allen. Gets onto his left boot, kicks it out towards Darren Scrah. His opponent there is Kevin Rowe. He slips over, held without the ball, and Darren Scrah to take the free kick on left centre wing. Need a bit of luck at the moment. There you go, Scrah's kicking towards centre half forward. Heinsohn's there again. Up high goes Quartermain. He can't hold the ball. Punched away by Heinsohn. Oh, Quartermain's been tackled too high, and he'll take the free kick at centre half forward. Try to crib a little bit of advantage. Must go behind the mark. Been playing long enough now, Peter, to know the rules. There goes Court.
Won the toss.
There goes Quartermain. Kick up towards Gaunt. He nearly plucked down a one-hander. Comes to Shiozaki. He puts the ball down. Finally, it's cleared away by Mines Rovers. Out to the far side of the ground. Darren Scrard leads in race. He picks up the ball, pursued by Rowe. Gets around Rowe easily. Gets a short kick in towards Ricky Dawson, and he takes a mark on his chest for a good 60 metres out. Decides to bring it inboard, in towards Gavin Howlett. He's in a better central position, and he'll drive it down towards the Dave Gaunt area. He moves in now. There goes his high kick. Heinsohn's there, so is Gaunt. Ball comes to the ground. Ricky Dawson's in there. Nobody can get it away. Finally, it's Mines who do so. Then Rowe comes out towards the teammate there in McGuckin. He slips over. Shiosaki's got the ball. Threads it out towards Gaunt. He hooks it back in towards a more central position. Quartermain's there. Says, I'll have it. Drops the mark. Oh!
Brown in with me.
Yeah. Crude tackle by John Brown. Peter Quartermain take the free kick right on the edge of the 25-metre line. Quartermain should get his first goal for the afternoon.
The original thought was there, but I think he pulled out within plenty of time. The free kick was still there, though.
Oh, yeah. There goes Quartermain. Doesn't miss many. Straight through the middle. That ties the scores up once again. 3 goals to Bunbury. Mines Rovers 3 goals 2 at the 22-minute mark of the first quarter.
Comes out to Shiozaki, handballs a long one over to Sarah. He's pushed in the back to his trouble, but he gets the kick in, comes down as far as Sulis, and he takes an easy mark. Looks for something down the ground, nothing on offer as he gets on the game fairly slowly, but George Mummy leads over the top of his head, comes to Gavin Howlett. He doesn't want it. Too high against Mummy, and he will take the free kick. Bunbury into attack once again on the right half forward flank for them.
Good umpired by Uncle Shaw then.
Kick to Ashley Tidy, right in centre half forward position. He'll be 45 metres out from goals. He'll have a shot from goal for goals here. Should go pretty close, even though it's against the breeze. High into the air, fades away to the left-hand side of the goals. Up goes Scrar, can't pick it off. Shiosaki's been held too high, and he'll take the free kick just about on the point of the 10-metre square in front of the Bunbury goals. Shooting at Bunbury's 4th goal. Distance will be no problem. Accuracy should be absolutely none whatsoever also. The breeze will be of no consequence, and he should bring up Bunbury's 4th. Moves in deliberately. High, over it goes, fades away to the right-hand side, and the goal umpire for mine, I thought he had missed it, but he's pulled out both barrels and calls it a goal to Shiozaki. That's his first of the afternoon. Takes Bunbury on to 4 goals 2. Leading Mines Rovers 3 goals 2, and what up to this stage of the game has been an entertaining afternoon's football. Umpire Shawcross bounces it down. Good bouncing by the umpires today, and what I think is so far has been good umpiring also. But again, we see another free kick to the Bunbury side, who at this stage is playing playing in front of the play. Signal 15 metres against Mines. Mummy sends it down the ground. Comes to Quartermain. He's leading at the moment too. He gets it out as far as Precise. Wobbly old kick as far as Shiozaki finds him. Sells the dummy to the 3 Mines players. High into the air. It's off hands. Punched down by Precise. Only as far as the Mines player. He doesn't want it. Picked up by Howlett. Onto the left boot. Another one for Bunbury. What a rip snorter of a goal that is. And that brings up the 5th for Bunbury. And that's Kevin Howlett's first for the afternoon. It's 5 goals 2. Bunbury leading Mines Rovers 3 goals 2.
George Mummy gone to the centre.
Mummy. Just checking out what was going on down immediately in front. Held without the ball again as Shawcross calls the game on. Played on, touched off hands. Emptied out as Mine centre back Rowe by Quartermain. Comes out as far as Winterton. Gets a handball on as far as Kevin Rowe. Long kick down the centre forward position. That's the order of the day for Mines Rovers. It's what they should have been doing for a while. Comes as far as Barry Allen, chased up by Coles. He can't catch him. Oh, nearly taken off the pack by Shiozaki. Comes down as far as Aramini. He's roaming far and wide for his kicks. So he's obviously come down as far as to his player. And he will, Bunbury will receive a free kick for deliberate out of bounds. Shiozaki will take that free kick in. Still not much on offer. All leads have been tied up pretty tightly at the moment. The ball comes down as far as Ricky Dawson's been run over the line and out of bounds. About 25 to 24 minutes of play he's been had. The ball thrown in, comes down to Tidy. Long kick by Tidy into the breeze. Gaunt and McGuckin, heavy work being done, comes down as far as Gaunt. He's on his own, hooks it in. Another one! Yes! Fire the bullets in, and Bunbury move on to 6 goals 2 in what has been a very productive first quarter. And Mines are wasting opportunities, I think, by taking the second position of the ball. And Bunbury are reaping the benefits as they move on to 6 goals 2. Mines remain on 3 goals 2.
Back in the centre.
Ball back in the centre as Chris Soulis has taken John Brown right out of that back pocket position, leaving it wide open for Gaunt. It's brought to ground as Barry Allen chases it up. The speedster can't pick the ball up as it comes as far as Moises. He can do. Goes round onto his right boot. Possum Maguire can't catch him. Looks towards goals. Long kick towards goals. Just fades off to the right-hand side, and that goes through for 1 point to Mines as they move on to 3 goals 3, trailing Bunbury 6 goals 2. Shinner waiting for the ball to come back to play as it comes over the top of this large crowd that we have here this afternoon. Shinner looks to Hornsby. That's ignored. Looks straight down the centre of the ground to Tidy. He uses his strength, but it goes over the top of him as Winterton knocks it forward. Comes down as far as Jimmy Cross. Round he goes. Turns on a threepenny bit. High over the top. Top mark Shiozaki. Well weighted kick. And he will take the mark on the left wing for Bunbury. Shiozaki looks for leads down the ground. The game still played very tightly as players find one another. Scrar's got the front berth. Can't mark those. Knocked away from him by Kevin Rowe. Knocked forward. Still in there as Scrar, held without it. And he will... No, he's not.
Yes.
He is held. I've called it right for a change. Scrar will take the kick. Looks down the ground, still nothing on offer. Looks to centre half forward. Nice kick by Scrar. Who's under it? Hornsby's there, so is Heinsohn. Heinsohn's held without it. Play on's the call. He takes the free kick. Over to Moises. Play the ball long's the call. That's the way it goes. Heavy work done by Coles and Dernan. But Coles takes a good mark in front of Dernan. Handballs over the top to Peter Rowe. Antonovich. High ball down to Shinner. Can't mark. Good backing by Jimmy Cross, the back pocket man for Bunbury. Goes out to no one in particular. The only player out there is Ken Tate, so Cross has got to chase up his own ball, but luckily for the Bunbury side and unluckily for Mines has run over the line and out of bounds.
29 minutes gone, there's the throw-in. Bastow does the ruck work, comes to ground. Shiozaki tries to break away with the ball. Nobody can get it away. Umpire Shawcross says, I'll have it and be a bounce down to right half forward for Mines Rovers.
Shaw, not Sprawl.
Shawcross.
Shaw thing.
Uncle Shaw. There's the bounce down. Rucks get entangled with each other. Hornsby gets in the road to Bastow, and Bastow will take the free kick. 55 metres out. Kicked 5 last week. There goes his long high kick in towards full forward. Larson's there, he goes high. Over the top of all players' heads for a throw-in. Throw-in right beside the right hand behind post. Larson and Bastow. Bastow in front, gets the ball down beautifully. Only as far as Cross, he gets handball over to Dernan. Out to Shiozaki and Bunbury away on the burst again. Down the centre of the ground, Antonovich and Sarah. Antonovich punches it away. Comes down towards Rowe. Sarah's still in there working. Oh, well done, Johnny Sarah. Gets it out towards Tresice. He hooks it over his left shoulder. Up towards George Mummy, but the only player at home is John Brown. He takes the free kick.
Bit silly, George.
Plus 15-metre penalty. Brown doesn't want anything to do with 15 metres. He wants to get on with the game. Well, it's out of bounds on the full, and the kick to be taken in by Ron Tresice.
The runners come out from Peter Betty to George Mummy. Chop out the elbows.
It's a man's game. There goes Tresice's kick down the grandstand side. Players set themselves. Heinsohn's up high. Quartermain tries to bring it down. Moises is held without the ball, and he'll take the free kick. He'll take the free kick right on the quarter-time siren. As we go look at the scoreboard, shows Bunbury leading 6 goals 2, 38 points. Mines Rovers 3 goals 3, 21 points.
John Cross, Tommy Cross and Tommy Trigwell, could you please come to league headquarters? All runners that are running in the mile race of our time of the league. John Cross, Tom...
Umpire Nettleton with the ball in the centre of the ground to commence the second quarter of the grand finals. The ball's won away by Larson down over the top of Ray Smith. It comes down as far as Tresice. He can't pick it up, and he's held a player for Mines too high, and the Mines player will take the free kick. The Mines player being Michael Barrett. He hasn't been very effective so far at this stage. He's quite a good young player for Mines. Kicks it out towards the right-hand flank. Mines get the front berth, but he's pushed out of the way. It comes to Barry Allen. He gets a long hand pass over to Ashley Tidy. Long kick by Tidy down as far as Dawson. He can't hold the ball as McGuckin screams out from behind, from full back. Clears up with a kick, kicks it out to the boundary. Mops up by Rowe. He can't handle it. Comes off his knee and over the line and out of bounds in front of Ashley Tidy. And Tidy pleads for the kick off the foot, but it's being thrown in. One away by Heinsohn once again. Biggest man on the ground comes as far as Barrett. That's his second touch in a matter of 30 seconds. Down as far as George Mummy. Too high against Mummy, but he's paddled it out to Shiozaki. Comes over to Tresice. Top play by Bunbury. Long kick by Tresice. That's the order of the day for the Bunbury. Kicking down with the wind now. Leading in the race to the ball. Off the hands. Too fast for all of the running players in Aramini and Brown, and it's come from the boot of Tresice and run through for a goal to Bunbury, and that's it. Gets them off to a very early start. This in the second quarter. They move on to 7 goals, 2-44, leading Mines Rovers 3 goals, 3.
22 gone.
High go the ruckman once again. One away by no one, but it comes down as far as Smith. He handballs out to Antonovich. Can't come as far as him, but it goes to Sarah. Gets the ball high down to centre half forward. Who's there? Scrar at the back. Oh, the flying nun. Up he goes. Get much higher than that. The Russians would have shot him down for sure. Ball comes down as far as Heinsohn. He gets it over to Mines. Bit of shepherding going on. Scrar can't get around the player. Good shepherding by Winterton. Comes as far as to Jimmy Cross. He's come a long way down the ground following his man down. There's been a push seen. No, but all in and up by Nettleton. Right on the spot. We'll have a bounce. Bounce high in the air it goes. One away by Larson. Good tap. Shepherded away by Dernan. Good work by Dernan. Calls Tresice on. Long kick again is the order. Down as far as Brown. He doesn't want it. He punches it away. Comes to Sarah. He doesn't want it either. Down as far as Antonovich. Play on the call from the umpire as he blows his whistle. Down as far as Barrett. He wants to get rid of it. Hot Spud comes down to Antonovich again. Over as far as Winterton. Low pass out to the waiting player in Saunders. He doesn't want it as he gets his head kicked off by Barry Allen. And Saunders will take the free kick. Good play by Saunders then, made the ball his object, and he has reaped the benefits and will take the free kick. Looks for something down the ground. Coles makes the lead. That goes unattended. Down as far as Tate. Under a bit of pressure from Larson, and 15 metres has been awarded to Tate. Just inside the 50-metre line, as Tate lines up, I don't think he can make the distance from there, and neither does he. He's going to shoot it far down into the square as the lone player for Mines down there. Goes wide. He's allowed for the breeze as it swings back in. Dernan, big fist, Hornsby thumps it away. Hornsby, that is. Fists it away and it's run over the line and out of bounds. We'll see another throw in. For Mines is Peter Basto. Comes to no one, but Tresice. He gets onto the left boot. Yes. He's pushed as he gets the kick, and we'll see a relayed free kick as Heinsohn would have cleaned up for Mines Rovers. Tidy takes a kick into the centre of the ground in the waiting arms. There's Dernan. Quickly handballs onto Sarah. He's in trouble. Gets onto the left boot. High into the air it goes. Bit of shepherding going on down there. Ricky Dawson, ground level, the only one that wants the ball. He's been held too high. Oh, holding the ball is a call against Ricky Dawson. I thought that was Aramini's kick for my money, but that's been taken out there by Ray Smith. Far side of the ground as Winterton kicks the ball, that was. Comes to Dernan. He gets a hand pass over to Sarah. Over the top again to Shiozaki. He's out on his own. Short pass down to Ricky Dawson. This time he's taken a safe mark out in front of everybody else. Settles it down 45 metres out from goals. Deliberately lines up. Shooting at Bunbury's second goal for the quarter. Puts it in on its way. High it goes. Over the top. Oh, cleared the pack. First goal to Ricky Dawson. And he'll fires both barrels. The umpire's having a few words to McGuckin, who can't handle the pressure down there, I think, as he's giving a Detective Inspector Gaunt. Wants to snap the cuffs on him if he can get him out of his back pocket. But we see the goal to Bunbury, though, and they are 8 goals 2. Leading Mines Rovers 3 goals 3. Opens up almost a 5-goal lead to Bunbury now, as they seem to be going on their way with a little ease. Much ease, I should.
Bounce down the centre by umpire Netherland. Heinsohn goes up, gets a big tap away, comes down to Ray Smith. He fires a hand pass away, only be chopped off by Maguire. He kicks it long up over half forward. Gaunt's out in front. He's pushed in the back by McGuckin. Punches away. This will favour Gaunt. The umpire's seen a tackle too high on Chris Soulis, and he will take the free kick right on the 25-metre line. on a very slight angle. The infringer, I think, was John Brown. Strange it may seem. Sulo, being a backman, shouldn't have much trouble with the distance. Goal umpire has a look. Goes for both holsters. Out goes 2 barrels. And it's Bunbury's 9. Bunbury move up to 9-2. Mines Rovers, 3 goals 3, and that's Chris Sulis' first goal. Back in the centre, we see Coles doing the ruck work. Des Hines has been moved to centre half forward. Hornsby wins the tap. It comes out to the far side of the ground. Moyes is there, gets an unkind bounce. Tidies up nicely now, gets onto his left boot. Hooks it back in towards the centre of the ground. Plugger Allen's there. He's the only one that wants the ball, and he takes the mark on his chest. Barry Allen at half back now. Gavin Howlett's in the centre of the ground. That's the way the kick goes. And snaps him right on the chest. Gavin Howlett now plays on. Takes it out the far side of the ground. Out towards Hornsby and Coles. Coles gets front position. Over the back's Tresice. Nobody can take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Shiosaki shovels it on. Only be chopped off by John Brown. He gets a hand pass over to Winterton. Winterton has one bounce. Run through the centre of the ground. Hotly pursued by Sulis. Can't make it. There goes his kick up towards half forward. Jimmy Cross goes high. Ball comes down to Tate. Oh, well tackled by Jimmy Cross.
Top work.
Stops Tate getting the full kick. Oh, Larson comes through. Tries to pick it up one hand. Cross is there now. Follows up his work. Well done. There goes his pass out towards Ashley Tidy and finds his man on the grandstand side.
Top play, Bunbury.
Ashley Tidy now with the kick at centre wing. By Netherland holds the game up for 2 or 3 seconds. There goes Tidy's long kick up towards half forward. Quartermain's there, so is Coles. He can't do anything with it. Hornsby picks it up, gets a long handball out to Ricky Dawson, gets a good bounce. We could get a goal here. He's met front on by Brown. Umpire says play on. Brown's got the ball now, gets out the far side of the ground. Antonovich and Sara. Antonovich with superior height takes the mark over the top of Johnny Sara. Take the kick on the far side of the ground.
On White coming off the ground. Bill Hunter on.
White off, Hunter on. As the play goes on the far side of the ground and Mines Rovers receive the free kick. Looks like Tate, I think. No, Moises. Moises' kick goes high. Jimmy Cross goes up real high, tries to punch it down. Ball's taken by Mines Rovers. He's tackled, picked up by Shiosaki. He gets a handball away in towards Barrett. He sockers it forward, only be paddled on by Hornsby, out towards Jimmy Durnan. He has one bounce, runs through the centre of the ground, up towards the edge of the centre square, kicks it long up towards full forward. Gaunt McGuckin. Gaunt uses his body, gets McGuckin out of the road. Aramini comes through, puts Sulis down. Ball runs out of bounds, will be a throw in the right.
Aramini's down.
Right forward pocket. Aramini was the aggressor.
Oh, no foul play at all.
No.
Just part of the play.
Could be age.
That's why we're sitting up here.
There's the throw in. Mines win the tap. Comes down towards Rowe. He gets a long kick out towards the far side of the ground. Maguire's got the front break on Moises. He keeps it going. Antonovich is there. Can't keep the ball in play, and there'll be a throw in front of the Southwest Business System sign. Been playing 10 minutes in the second quarter. Hornsby there to do the ruck work. Coles. There's the throw in. Coles over the top. Hornsby behind. Shiosaki tries to get it out. Comes to Mines Rovers. Finally is cleared away by Rowe. Comes out towards Paul Moises. He's waiting for it to bounce. Hotly pursued by Maguire. Didn't have the ball, and Moises take the free kick on centre wing. There goes Moises' kick in towards centre half forward. Heinsohn sets himself. He can't hold the mark. Ball comes down towards Durnan. He gets a good hand pass into the centre of the ground where Mummy traps it beautifully. Howlett goes past, doesn't use him. There goes his pass into centre half forward, past Ricky Dawson. McGuckin will tidy up here, traps the ball beautifully, puts it onto his boot, pushed in the back. There goes his kick up towards, and only as far as Dave Hornsby, and he takes the mark. He takes out the far side of the ground where Chris Sulis gives him a lead. Good to see these backmen giving leads. Chris Sulis at half forward, doesn't know where to go, brings it back towards Ron Tresice in the centre of the ground. He breaks away from his opponent, gets around Martin, gets a short kick in towards Shiosaki. He traps the ball. Been set up on by a couple of Mines players. Gets a handball over to George Mummy. He gets a hurried kick out towards full forward. Goal umpire has a look at it. Outshoots one hand, 1 point only. Takes Bunbury up to 9 goals 3. Mines Rovers 3 goals 3. We wait for McGuckin with the kick in. Favours the hospital ground side. There goes the kick, nobody can hold the mark. Comes to ground, picked up by Mines Rovers. Comes out towards Rowe. He gets a good bounce, puts it out in front of his teammate in Winterton. He gets a good bounce. There goes his kick in towards centre half forward, and Saunders takes the mark on his chest. Shorty Saunders now, nearly 50 metres out. Seen him kick some long ones in his time. That's no exception. It's a good long torpedo punt. Larson's there. Can't get up high enough. Straight through the centre. Bunbury, Mines Rovers fourth. 4 goals 3. Trailing Bunbury 9 goals 3. And the Saunders second goal.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. There's a few problems are going on around the ground. Comes down as far as Jimmy Dern. He sheds off one player, gets it away. Held by Coles, can't do anything with it, and it's down on the ground, and we'll see a ball up 15 metres up mine side of the centre of the ground. Umpire Shawcross down again. Can't run away by nobody. Chipped off the ground by Tate. Comes as far as Mummy. He's held too high and he'll take the free kick. Tidy wants to play on. Can't do so because he's got to come back behind the mark. George looks long. Does so. Wobbly kick though. Over the top of the pack. No one else wanted it except Aramini. Unkind bounce for him. Comes down as far as Shiozaki. He gets the bounce of the ball right. Goes goalward. Over the top of the goal. Over the top of all players and through into the trees. Well shepherded by Scrah, as the Trevor Cross says. Another goal and a quick reply to Mines' score. Bunbury move on to 10 goals 3. They hit the double figure mark. Leading Mines Rovers 4 goals 3, and that opens up a 36-point lead to Bunbury. Big men do the battle again, won away by Heinsohn this time, only as far as Precise. He gets the game on immediately, comes to top slips catch by Quartermain, and that's paid. Threads a handball out to Larson, running past, gets a handball back to Precise, who's followed the game down very well indeed. Onto the left boot, over the top of Gaunt it goes, and McGuckin cleans up and takes a well-timed mark. Comes out to the grandstand side of the ground with a wobbly kick. Who's there but Moises? He gets it away in the nick of time. Comes down as far as Winterton. Up the ground it comes, only to be fined Barry Allen. He's held high and he'll receive a 15-metre kick.
He knew too.
Yeah, straight away the call was on. Allen thinks he can score from here. Can't do justice to it, but he gets a fair bit of distance. He must have picked out Gaunt. That's what I think he was doing. He read the play superbly, as did Gaunt. He is 30 metres out and will take a shot at goal. Possibly to bring up Gaunt's third for the afternoon and Bunbury's 11th. Lines up deliberately with McGuckin on the mark. Led him a merry dance so far. Moves in deliberately for fire straight to barrels. Splits the middle. Out comes both barrels from the goal umpire. And we see Bunbury's 11th go on the board. Good kicking by Bunbury as they go on to 11 goals 3, 69. Leading Mines Rovers 4 goals 3, 27, and that opens up a 42-point lead. Oh gee, I'm getting carried away with these. 15 minutes into the second quarter as the ball's bounced. One away by Bunbury down as far as Ricky Dawson. Gets the ball high as it goes forward again. Behind the pack is Precise. Plays on immediately after he takes the mark. Gets it onto the running Sarah. Free kick. He's befelled by Brown, and he will take the free kick. The umpires must have their eye on Brown this afternoon. As Sarah will line up from goals. Will shoot from approximately 50 metres out. Looks for the lead. There's Gaunt all on his own. Thank you very much, he says. And Gaunt is accommodated and takes an easy mark right in front of his eyes.
In the goal square.
McGuckin, I think he may as well get on the other side of the fence because he's nowhere near Gaunt. He may as well get into the crowd and just watch the game because at this stage, I'm afraid that's all Craig has done. And there might be the move on shortly. I've got to treat them on a first name basis. They're not animals. Another goal to Gaunt. Change might be on shortly as McGuckin watch that goes over his head. I think he'll be getting the roof of his mouth sunburnt by now. What the hell? Ball high again. One away by nobody in particular, but it comes to Mines through the agency of Winterton. Gets it up to Saunders. He's out on his own. Shoots at goals. Over the top it is. Down. Knocked away in the last line by Hornsby as the Mines player was just about to clean up and possibly be able to take a shot at goal. Ball's run over the line and out of bounds. We'll see another throw in. Basto was the player that could not accommodate the kick by Saunders then and thrown in. One away again by nobody. Saunders, he wants it. Taken off the pack by Mines. Barrett. Attempts a shot at goals by Barrett, but it's been forced over the top of the pack and through for a point. Mines Rovers 4 goals 4, trailing Bunbury 12 goals 3. Chinner looking for something down the ground. Shorty out as far as Gavin Howlett in the pocket. Chinner follows it up, but he's hotly pursued by Bill Hunter, and that's ignored. Nothing to go for. So he goes long, high into the air. Who's the big man there? Hornsby in front. Should have taken it. The tap over the back to Durnan, it must have been. Pushed in the back as he goes. Antonovich tries to trap it. Can't do so. Precise can. Left handball over to Tidy. He can't pick it up. Out goes the left-hand jab by Winterton. Picks it up. Handball's over the top of his head. Tidy empties out a player as he goes through. Handball, short kick to Mummy. He's held. And Deck Smith want to go on with the game, but they failed to do so. Call the ball back. No, it isn't. Play on. Comes to Durnan.
Playing a good game.
He's playing fairly well for Bunbury in centre half back position. Long pass. Up goes Gaunt. Pushed by Brown. The move must have been on. Comes out as far as Rowe. He has one bounce. Nothing to go for as the umpire's tripped up. No free kick to him, but it goes to Sarah. Goes down the ground to Quartermain. Off his fingers. Brown's got the front berth. He's looking for a push in the back, or lets it run over the line and out of bounds. And we'll see another throw in the right full forward pocket for Bunbury. Yeah.
Wait for the throw in now. Heinsohn's up there to do the ruck work with Larson. There's the throw in. Heinsohn in front. Ball comes down to Martin. He doesn't want to know about it. Aramooni's got the ball. Threads it out towards player there in Barrett. He has one bounce on the far side of the ground now. Nobody to kick to. Sarah closes in. This creates a loose man in Tonovich. Kicks it up towards the centre wing. Out of bounds on the full. And the kick in to be taken by Possum Maguire. Oh, no, it didn't go out in the full. Umpire Brian Davis said otherwise. Anyway, we'll wait for the throw-in. Larson there with Heinsohn. Heinsohn wins another one down to Antonovich. Gets a hurried kick up towards the half-forward line. Beats Possum Maguire. He tries to recover quickly. Does so now. He's still got the ball in front of him. Well done, Possum. Hotly pursued by Moises. Moises comes and picks up the ball. All the good work done by Maguire. It only goes down as far as Hornsby. He gets a handball away. Over to Barry Allen. Threads another one over towards Jimmy Dern at centre half back. There goes a handball over to Howlett. Into Ashley Tidy in the centre of the ground. Gets around Aramooni. It's easy, said Ashley. Kicks it long up towards full forward. Brown in front of Gaunt, and he takes the mark on his chest. Gets a little short kick out towards his teammate. Only be taken by Scrar. Traps it one-handed. Runs around. Puts it onto his boot. Kicks it high. Down towards Soulis. Quartermain's there. He'll fly. Can't hold the mark. Ball comes down towards Gaunt. He controls the ball. Tackled by Heinsohn. Bit high, I thought. Play on, says the umpire. McGuckin's got the ball now. Brings it out towards Kevin Rowe. He gets away. Kicks out towards the far side of the ground. Antonovich is there. So is Michael Barrett. Barrett's the first of the ball. Gets around nicely. Puts onto his boot. Up towards the centre wing. Ray Smith's there. Punched away by Larson. Maguire's in there. He misses the ball. Picked up beautifully by Larson. Long left-hand handball. Up towards Ricky Dawson. He gets a short pass up towards Johnny Sarah on his own at half forward, and he takes the mark. He kicks in towards more central position towards Gaunt and Brown. Brown from behind, lacking inches. Gaunt takes a strong mark. Should be 15 metres if I was umpiring. Not warranted, said the umpire, and Gaunt to take the mark. Or
Rigby limp falling, I think.
Take the kick from about 30, 35 metres out. Good enough to being directly in front. A good effort from David Gaunt if he can get this one before half-time. This will be his 5th goal. There goes his kick. Goal umpire Hingston doesn't move. Puts up the 2 hands. Another goal. Bunbury, Gaunt's 5th, Bunbury's 12th, 13th. Takes them up to 13-3. Mines Rovers 4 goals 4 at the 22-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Back in the centre after that goal from Gaunt. There's a tap won by Heinsohn once again down towards Barrett. He gets it out towards Ray Smith. He's tackled. Comes down towards Winterton. He gets in towards Michael Barrett. He takes the kick.
Gary King off.
King on, is he? Anyway, Moisey's got the ball, kicks down towards full forward. Basto doesn't want the ball, puts it down. Larson's in there, he tries to paddle it forward. Jimmy Cross is in there, it's picked up by Shinner. He kicks it long with his left foot. Out towards Rowe and Tidy. Tidy comes in, spoils Rowe, pushing the back, says the umpire. And Peter Rowe to take the free kick.
Taken off him for wasting time.
Is that the move, is it?
Good decision, umpire.
Yes, and Ashley Tidy will receive the free kick at half-back.
He had been called back behind the mark.
Yeah. Tidy wastes no time.
Wasted it.
Plays on up towards half-forward. Scrar's there. And he'll get the free kick for over the shoulder. He plays on with the handball. Over to Howlett. He kicks it long, right down towards full forward. Gaunt and Brown. Body work. Brown knocks it down. Gaunt's in there. Throws himself on the ball. Brown comes in. Can't get the ball away. Throws himself on it. The umpire says, I'll have it and be a bounce down at left half forward.
Real battle of the heavies down there now.
Yeah. 7 stone ring and wet between them. There's the bounce down. Quartermain goes up. Comes down towards Brown. Handball comes out towards Kevin Rowe. He brings it down the grandstand side. Winterton's there. So is Mummy. Mummy's there. Punts away by Smith for a throw in at left half forward for Bunbury.
Could have been a bit more talking by Gavin Howlett then.
Is that working? There's a throw in. Smith there. So is Giosaki. Smith's pushed in the back, says umpire Nettleton, and he'll take the free kick at right half back. 53-point advantage to Bunbury at the moment. There goes the kick down towards the centre wing. Winterton slips in it. Barrett's there. He's tackled without the ball and he'll take the free kick. Barrett plays on, gets onto his left boot, in towards half forward. Maguire's there. So is Moyes, and he takes the mark. Well, we've got a little bit of to do. Nothing in there, I didn't think. I think there'll be 15 metres here. This will bring Moyes to about 40 metres out, directly in front.
Wouldn't want a bit of real estate off umpire Shawcross. That 15 metres.
There goes Moyes now with the kick. Oh, it looks good. Hasn't got the distance. Pack sets themselves. Comes off hands through for a forced point. Takes Mines Rovers up to 4 goals 5. Trailing Bunbury 13 goals 3. Big Shinner now with the kick out. By Shiosaki gives a good lead, gets on his own, and he takes the mark. Gets around Bastow. Puts onto his boot, kicks it out the far side of the ground. Johnny Sarah's there. So is Antonovich. Goes over the head of both players. Picked up by Rodney Martin. He gets a handball. Comes down towards Rowe. He tries to get around Howlett. Does so now. He's at centre half forward. Kicks it in towards the forward line. Mick Shinner's there. Punched away. Comes down to Mines Rovers player and Saunders. He can't get away. Durnan's there. He sockets it off the ground. Nobody can take the mark. Antonovich is there. He picks up the ball. It's not Antonovich. That player is McGuckin, covering a bit of territory from the back line. There's a hurried kick up towards the centre of the ground, and Shiosaki takes a kick mark. There's his kick up towards half forward. Johnny Sarah's interfered with him, and he'll take a free kick at centre half forward.
Sarah with the ball on the right half forward flank for Bunbury. Shoots the ball in towards Gaunt. Pushed out of the way as Gaunt can't take the mark, and it runs over the line and out of bounds, and we'll see another throw in. 81 plays 29 here at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. The ball's going to be thrown in the right full forward pocket for Bunbury. Heinsohn, Hornsby do battle. One away by Heinsohn, but to no one in particular. Down the ground it comes out to Mines. Shovel the handball out as far as McGuckin. Gets it onto the boot. Shoots the ball over. Mines getting a little bit back, the momentum back again as they're taking the front position, but this time it's cleaned up by Trezai. Shoots into centre half forward over the head of Mummy. He recovers. Magic piece of play by Mummy as he recovers, picks it up, fires it in towards goals, but it's faded just away to the right-hand side, and we see what go through just for 1 point only.
Hingston just made a mistake.
Bunbury with a 9-goal lead now as Brown kicks the long ball into the far side of the ground. Over the top it goes. McGuckin can't take the mark as he dropped his head at the vital moment, and the ball has come off the top of his hands and run over the line and out of bounds. In it comes, quickly thrown in. Heinsohn, Hornsby. One away by Heinsohn again. Most superior ruckman on the ground for my money. There's been a bit of interference by Heinsohn though, seen behind the play, and Hornsby will take the free kick. Wasted opportunities by Mines. Might be the reason why they're so far behind at this stage of the game. We also see 15-metre penalty against Mines again. Obviously a bit of back-chatting has been done.
Verbal.
Oh, verbal, is it? I'll call it back-chatting, thanks. Hornsby moves in. Suspect kick, though. Puts it onto the boot. Fades away to the right-hand side. and we see another point being scored. 13 goals, 5 Bunbury. Lead Mines, 4 goals, 5. Going into the latter stages of the second quarter, Brown kicks the ball out again, going to the far side of the ground. High it goes again. No one wants it as it comes off Antonovich and Sarah's hands, and we see it over the line once again. I think the best way for Mines to go at the moment is straight down the ground rather than chase these flanks. The ball's thrown in once again. They're not taking much advantage of it. It comes off Hornsby towards Bunbury's goals again. McGuckin picks it up. Down the ground might be a better position for him as he picks it up. Wobbly old kick down towards the centre half, back for Mines. No one wants it except Bunbury Mines player and Gary King. He gets it out as far as Peter Rowe. Onto the left boot, fires it out towards the wing, and there they go again looking for that boundary. And they see a ball being kicked over the line and out of bounds once again. Possum Maguire to take the resultant kick in, fires it in towards the centre of ground. That's the way to go as it comes to Gavin Howlett. Handballs in towards Jim Durnan, doesn't make his ground. Comes out to Coles, gets it out to Winterton with hands. Comes as far as Jimmy Cross, fires his way through. Down the ground he comes. Top play, Jimmy Cross. Shoots the ball down to Ashley Tidy all on his own. Has one bounce. Handballs over the top. I think he's put Shiozaki under pressure. Shiozaki's equal to the task. Handballs out to Gavin Howlett. Fires the ball down. Shoots it straight through the diddle, and we see another goal. Thanks very much, Gavin Howlett. Top play by Jimmy Cross, and he's the resultant player of that goal.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ball in the centre of the ground again. Comes through both players. Down as far as Mummy. He's played himself a good game since he's gone to the centre of the ground. Gets it down to Brown and Gaunt. Off hands, punched away. Comes as far as Shiozaki in the front. He's held without it. He'll take the free kick 55 metres out from goals. Bunbury holding a clear 10-goal lead as they go into half-time. Short kick by Shiozaki goes as far as precise. He was almost going to play on then, but quickly looks around and sees the Mines player hotly pursuing him. Goes back. Moves in, thinks he can do it with a torpedo punt kick. Over the top, it is too, a mongrel long kick that was, but it's gone straight through. Precise himself can't believe his good luck, and Bunbury have seen another goal straight through as they move on to 15 goals 5, leading Mines Rovers 4 goals 5, and that's Precise's second goal.
There's the bounce down back in the centre. Heinz wins yet another tap straight to Barrett. He kicks down towards centre half forward. Players come out to meet the ball. Mines don't want it. Coles gets a quick hand pass away. Comes out towards King, I think. He's been put down by Cross. Barry Allen's there. Cross comes back in, follows the ball up. Keeps it out in front of him. Saunders is there. He puts a backhander in. It's been out of bounds for a throw-in and right half forward for Mines Rovers.
Betty out of the blocks and hang on Saunders.
Didn't see that. There's the throw-in. Hornsby goes up high. Comes down to Ray Smith. He's been clouded too high. Plus 15 metres and he'll take the free kick.
Silly play, Jim.
Just frustrated, I think, Paul.
What's he missing out? I think he's done right for my money.
Ray Smith, 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. Get to kick a goal. There goes his kick. Fades away to the left. Through for 1 point only. That takes Mines Rovers up to 4 goals 6, trailing Bunbury 15 goals 5 at the 32-minute mark of the second quarter.
Bunbury have kicked 9 goals this quarter to Mines' single goal.
Well worked out, Paul. Durnan with the kick in towards Hornsby. He can't hold the mark. Basto's there. Hornsby gets the ball away. Throw for my money. Play on, says the umpire. Quick handball by Allen down to Shiozaki. Kicks it high down towards the grandstand side. George Mummy's there. It's punched away by Rowe. Tidy. Yeah, a little bit of basketball. Good stuff down to Scrah. He threads a handball out towards Larson in the centre of the ground. He kicks it long down towards half forward. Aramuni's there. He can't hold the mark. McGuckin's there. He gets a handball out towards Brown. Follows up his work. Gets another handball. Brings it out towards the grandstand side where Michael Barrett's on his own and he takes the mark. Nobody on his mark, so he'll play on. Gets a pass down to a teammate in Ray Smith. He takes the mark on his chest. Just in time to hear the half-time siren. And the scoreboard showing Bunbury 15 goals 5, 96 points. Mines Rovers 4 goals 6, 30 points. Goal kickers for Bunbury: Ricky Dawson 1, Dave Gaunt 5, Gavin Howlett 2, Chris Soulis 1, Peter Quartermain 1, Ron Chasice 2, Ashley Tidy 1, and Al Shiozaki 2. For Mines Rovers, goal kickers Paul Norris.
The ground is to be kept completely clear. We have a mile race. We can
While
to run very, very shortly.
League is having their word over the PA, I'll just wait until they finish there to give the Mines Rovers side their goal scorers.
We'd like you to show your support to two top football sides that are putting a top half of football, ladies and gentlemen.
Goal scorers for the Mines Rovers side, we see Gary Winterton has kicked one, Jeff Saunders kicked one, and Peter Bastow kicked one. They were all in the first quarter, and Jeff Saunders is the only scorer for Mines who kicked a goal in the second quarter in what has been a pretty good class game up until the first half, especially on the Bunbury's behalf. See good players in Dave Gaunt. Johnny Sarah's played well on his wing. Graham crossed in the back pocket. Gavin Howland. Peter Quartermain's been out of the game for the last part of it. Ron Precise been in it most of the day. We've seen Mick Shinner doing a good job in the back line, not letting much away. Jimmy Durnan playing probably his best game for Bunbury this afternoon, has been a tower of strength centre half back. Alf Shiozaki his usual best. Darren Scrah done quite a handy job. Barry Haydinger has been taken from the ground in the first quarter with suspected collarbone injury. We don't know the extent of that at this stage, and Dave Hornsby is rucking quite well. For Mines Rovers, Rowe hasn't done badly, Martin hasn't been sided much, Antonovich has had a pretty keen duel with Johnny Sarah on his wing. Peter Rowe quietly effective as a captain for the Mines Rovers side. Michael Barrett hasn't been seen much. Gary Winterton has put in quite a good game, as has Ray Smith. Paul Moyes has been taken from the ground. Jeff Saunders has been quietly effective when the ball has got into the forward line for Mines Rovers. Ron White been taken from the ground, probably not having had a touch of the ball. As we see the Pam Noonan dancers come onto the ground in all their glory, very resplendent in their white. Not showing much signs of a suntan yet, but the season is still quite early. But getting back to the football, Mark Rowe has been effective. Gary King, since he's come onto the ground, has had a couple of kicks, not shown a great deal. Bill Hunter, another reserve, come onto the ground late. Peter Bastow, the other ruckman for Mines, hasn't done a great deal, but he has been there with the ruck work for Mines. John Brown, been moved on to Dave Gaunt at full back, has done a good job since going on to Gaunt, although Gaunt's kicked a couple of goals, but Gaunt has done, Brown has done a lot better job than McGuckin did while he was on there. Aramini has been very effective in the back pocket, having come right up the ground, following his player up and gaining quite a number of kicks. Wayne Coles, centre half forward, hasn't been as effective as what he would have been last week in kicking his 10 goals. He hasn't had many kicks, but he is still effective there for Mines Rovers. Ken Tate, taken from the ground, hasn't obviously played as good a game as what he played in the last time round when Bunbury played Mines in the second semi-final. Craig McGuckin been taken out of full back, moved up the ground, done a lot better since he's gone up there, which has probably only been 10 minutes of the second quarter. And the best ruckman afield, I would say, still through superior height, is Des Heinson, done a good job, even though Bastow for Mines also has done a good job. But also for Bunbury, Hornsby has climbed high into the air and done a good lot of work for Bunbury, and has Steve Larson. So I'd say all in all, although Heinson would probably be the best ruckman so far, all ruckmen have done quite a serviceable job for either of their sides. From there, we'll just quietly take a look here with the Pam Noonan dancers, entertaining the crowd that we have here in what was probably quite a big build-up here to the grand final, with obviously the two of the best sides. But very shortly we'll see the Athletics Club have another run around the ground as they did in last year's grand final, which was quite a spectacular run, won by, I can't recall the runner's name, but he was from the Grimwade Athletic Club.
big hand for them, ladies and gentlemen. They're her top performance. Yardley. The race, ladies and gentlemen, will be called by Tommy Trigwell, and as the runners do start, we would urge you to give them your full support. But while they are warming up, I would like to announce the winner of the Junior Association raffle. First prize, that ticket number 590, Johansson. That's all that was on the ticket.
He's last again. Just in case he doesn't know.
There's a siren to start the third quarter. Bounced down by umpire Netherlands. Centre square infringement. Bunbury to get the kick out of the centre. Too many Mines Rovers boys in the centre. Precise now with the kick. Off hands, doesn't carry much distance. Mummy gets the rebound. Tackled too high by Heinsohn. He'll take the free kick on the edge of the 50-metre square. Gets his long kick down towards full forward. A spearing pass into David Gordon. He takes it on his chest about 30 metres out. 45-degree angle.
Continuing on from where they left off in the first half.
Good blistering start. Gaunt now moves in. Oh, it's drifting away to the left with the breeze through for 1 point only. Takes Bunbury up to 15 goals 6 and Mine Rovers 4 goals 3. Aramini to take the kick out. There goes his kick out of the far side of the ground. Shiosaki's there. So is Tate, and he takes a good mark on his chest under a bit of pressure from Precise. Ken Tate now kicks it out to the hospital ground side. There goes his kick up towards Barry Allen. He beats Smith easy. He's got pace, shows the ball to Coles, has one bounce. Brings it out to the grandstand side. Quartermain's in front, gets a good bounce, tries to get a handball away. He's tackled by Rowe. Antonovich is held without the ball and he'll take the free kick on centre wing. Antonovich waits for the ball to be driven. He's got it now. There goes his kick up towards half forward. Larson's there. Moises falls over. Taken by Cross. Has a fit of the fumbles. Gets a hurried kick out of the grandstand side. John Sarah takes the mark. Cross has been put down after, and the free kick would have gone to Johnny Sarah anyway. Sarah, short pass up to Larson. Plenty of loose men. Larson now kicks it long. This will favour Soulis. He doesn't worry about Rowe. Goes through him. Comes out towards Rodney Martin. Mummy's in there, throws himself on the ball. Nobody can get it away. Umpire Shawcross says, I'll have it at half forward and he'll bounce it down. Half forward for Bunbury. Larson's there, so is Heinsohn. Oh, Heinsohn gets the tap straight down to Shiosaki. Gets a hurry kick up towards the full forward line. Aramini's there, he traps it. Takes it on his chest, plays on. Kicks in towards the centre of the ground. Barry Allen's there, so is Smith. Smith goes high. Oh, I thought he held it. He's held without the ball anyway, and he gets the free kick in the centre of the ground. Just as Bunbury were going to break away through Durnan. Smith now in the centre of the ground. There's a wobbly old kick up towards full forward. Shinner can't hold the mark. Players try to break away through Hornsby. Finally it's left to Possum Maguire to show him how it's done. Gets a short chip pass into the centre of the ground. Tidy takes the mark. He's been taken around the head too high. Should be 15 metres, surely. Well, the umpires don't know what's going on here. Ashley wanted 15, but the umpires said no. This is what it was. It was misunderstanding by player and umpire. There goes his long kick, down towards half forward. Quartermain in front. Over the shoulder by Rowe. Ball comes down towards Aramuni. Ricky Dawson's there. He tries to put that player off. Comes out towards Shiosaki. He'll be first to the ball if the line doesn't beat him. Oh, Aramuni with pace. Follows up his own ball. Can't beat the ball over the line. It'll be a throw in left half forward for Bunbury. There's a throw in. Heinsohn's there again. Does the ruck work. Over the top of Dawson. Comes down to Antonovich. Up towards Ray Smith. And he's been paid the free kick. There goes Smith's free kick up towards half forward. Cross goes high over the top of Saunders. Nobody can take the mark. Comes down towards Tate. He gets a pass into Ron White. And he takes the mark on his chest. Oh, about 28 metres out on a very acute angle. He run a Ron White's few touches for the day. Doesn't kick the goal yet. Right in front of the scoreboard now. We wait for White. There goes his kick. Across the face of goals. Pack sets themselves through for 1 point. Forced off Hornsby. Takes Mines Rovers up to 4 goals 7. Bunbury 15 goals 6.
5 minutes. Jim Durnan at full back for Bunbury now as he's about to put the ball back into play. 5 minute mark in the third quarter. Looks down the ground. Sarah offers the lead. Goes to him and he accommodates him by taking the mark. Looks further down the ground. Over his shoulder it goes. Who's down the ground? Gavin Howlett. Drops what he should have taken. Recovers. Picks it up. Threads a hand pass back out to Sarah. Puts the ball high. Who's down there? Tidy. Can't knock it. Just knocks it down as far as Soulis. He picks it up. Recovers. Bit of heavy work being done by Tidy and Winterton, but nothing comes out of it as the ball kicked up as far as Possum. Handball's over to Quartermain. He shoots at goals. Fires it in, but it goes across the face of goals. Ricky Dawson's there. Comes to ground. He recovers first. Aramooni's there in hot pursuit. Dawson can't pick it up. Finally does so. Hand passes over top to Scryer. He's out on his own.
Done.
Should score. Does so. Straight through the middle it goes.
No.
Through the middle of the points anyway, and it's 1 point and takes Bunbury up to 15 goals 7. Leading Mines Rovers 4 goals 7.
Been a goal.
Yes, it should indeed. As Brown still at full back for Mines, kicks it out. There's a bit of holding hands going on over there as the ball's won away by Peter Rowe as he takes the mark, goes round his mark, kicks it down to the centre of the ground. Cole's in front of Durnan and takes a good mark. Hand passes over as far as Antonovich, gets the long kick down as far as Shinner and White. No one can take it. Knocked away from them. Comes to ground. Everybody's in. Umpire Nettleton says, give it to me, and I'll ball it down once again. Left half forward. Up goes Basto. Knocks it down. Onto the boot it goes. There's Rowe from Saunders. Onto the left boot. Fires away at goals and goes just to the left-hand side of the goal post and through for a point. Mines wasting scoring shots at this stage of the game when if they're going to do anything about getting back into it, they've got to score goals heavily. Rowe, legged. He'll take the free kick. And they will be 55 metres out from goals. And will shoot at his first for the afternoon. He's standing under the ladder. Tidy on the mark as Peter Rowe's about to take a shot. Aramooni coming off. I think he's done something to his finger. He's probably dislocated a finger as the ball's kicked down to the point of this 10-metre square. Off Gary Winterton. Shoots at goals. Unlucky Gary Winterton. Hits the tree and it's another point. Unlucky to Mines Rovers. They fire away at goals without result. And they move on to 4 goals 10, I think it is. The scoreboard's a bit slow at the moment. There's not enough numbers. Ball's kicked out. Forsyth picks it up. Over the top of all players. Running Scrap picks it up. Round one player. Handball's over as he's caught. Gets it over to Barry Allen. He's got a paddock to run in. Has a run. Burns off Coles and Larson. Not a very good kick though as it goes round to Antonovich. Beats Ricky Dawson. And Hunter. Gets it away. Plenty of Bunbury players there as the ball's bottled up by Brown. We'll see another ball up on the left half forward flank for Bunbury. Down the ball goes. One away decisively by Hines and straight down the throat of Barrett as he kicks long down to the wing. Comes down as far as Tate. He taps it away. Tate recovers first. Gets it on the boot. Quick smart. Out comes Shinner. He overruns it. So does White. First back on the ball is Jimmy Cross. Bounces kindly for him, but he can't catch it. He runs it over the line and out of bounds, and we'll see another throw in. The boundary umpire's got his work cut out for him over there. As
a bit of place shown by Jimmy then.
Oh, sure was, but he should have snavelled what he left behind. Don't care whose brother he is. Ball thrown in. Up goes Heinsohn again. Or Coles, high over the top of the pack, only down as far as Durnan. Gets it over to Shiozaki. High into the air it goes. Up to the wing. Who's in front? Ashley Tidy. He calls it's mine. Comes down as far as Moises. He gets it high. Kicks it long though. Down in front Mines Smith. Comes forward to Bunbury, picked up by Hornsby. He threads out the pass, comes as far as Winterton. He's thrown off the ball, out to Peter Rowe, shows it to Hornsby, shows it also to Barry Allen, gets it away. Long hand pass over to Barrett. He's caught, recovers, can't recover sufficiently, but it comes out to Gary Winterton. Gets it over to Moises. He lines up goals, fires accurately. Away it goes. Thank you very much, says Gary Winterton. The guy's the goal umpire, fires both barrels. And that gives Mines Rovers a much-needed goal. They're fifth. They move on to 5 goals, 9, 39, trailing Bunbury 15 goals, 97. Back in the centre of the ground, thrown down by umpire Shawcross. One away by Heinsohn once again, down as far as Barrett. He's coming into the game now. Kicks it down to the half, forward flank for Mines. Jimmy Cross leads in the run. Jeff Saunders doesn't want to know too much about it because he's seen it run over the line and out of bounds for another throw-in. He'll save his breath as the ball's going to be thrown in on the far side, just around from the scoreboard. One away by Basto. Over the top it goes. No one can take it away as Barry Allen moves in on the top of the pack. Handball over the top comes as far as Dawson. He goes down the ground, looks for someone down there, only to find a player for Mines Rovers in Kevin Rowe. He can't do anything about it as he paddles it forward to Barrett. He's pushed and he'll take the free kick. Look for something down the ground. Not much on offer, it's all covered. Over the back it goes and Steve Larson takes the mark uncontested. Again, nothing on offer. Play on's the call as he goes round the mark. Who's in front? Rod Martin. He has one of his, pardon me, few touches for the afternoon. Long way out from goals, looks for a lead. Oh, plenty on offer at this stage, getting a bit slack at the moment as Peter Rose, captain of Mines, all on his own at centre half forward. He's 40 metres out, fire at goals. This fire on goals has got knobs on, you fire at goals. Ready to move in on the left boot. Deliberately fades away to the the left hand side. Left footed kick. Nothing wrong with the left footer, me boy. Mines move on to 5 goals, 10-40, trailing Bunbury 15 goals, 7-97.
There's a kick in by Durnan, out to the far side of the ground. Tidy goes high and takes a good clean mark. He wastes no time, kicks into the centre of the ground. This will favour Hornsby. Heinsohn comes in. Oh no, it's Antonovich. He puts Hornsby down, but Hornsby still holds the mark. Hornsby in the centre of the ground. There's his 25-metre kick up towards Quartermain. Punts away by Rowe. Nobody can get the ball away. The umpire says, you're holding the ball, son. You're over the top of it. And Rodney Martin gives away the free kick and Peter Quartermain to receive it. Courts now. Puts it under his boot. Down towards Gaunty. He's in front of Brown this time. He can't hold the mark. Comes over the back. Brown's the best to recover. There's a player in Tate. He tries to pick up the ball. He's been tripped. There's been a trip to David Gaunt, and he'll take the free kick about 40 metres out on a slight angle. Didn't see that, actually.
Oh, neither did I. Couldn't see what it was for.
On replay, we should be able to pick it up.
Oh, yes, it was.
Yes, that's right. There goes his spearing pass into George Mummy, covering a bit of territory from the centre of the ground. And he'll take the kick 25 metres out directly in front. Wait for George Mummy now. He hasn't kicked a goal to date. Be hungry for the big two big ones. There goes his kick. Goal umpire Hingston moves away to the right, but it's good enough, he says. Out go the 2 hands.
Stand in the lid from George, 2 paces, slaps on the boot and straight through the middle.
That's George Mummy's first goal. Takes Bunbury up to 16-7. Mines Rovers 5 goals, 10. Back in the centre, it's Heinsohn and Hornsby. Hornsby gets a tap down. Rose there, he can't control it. Shiosaki will come in and pick it up now. Can't do so. Finally, it's Ray Smith. He gets a hurried kick away. Out towards Antonovich, and he takes a mark on his chest. Ray Smith deciding to have a little rest. Anyway, there goes a kick from Antonovich. Out towards his teammate in Martin. Martin gets a handball away. Over to another teammate in Winterton. He's pursued by Sarah. There goes his kick up towards the forward pocket. Nobody can control the ball and it's out of bounds for a throw-in. Throw in the left forward pocket for Mines Rovers. Been playing 15 minutes in the 3rd quarter. No impression being made by Mines at the moment. We've only had 1 goal and Bunbury have added 1. There's the throw-in. Ball comes down towards Shorty Saunders. He's been tripped. And he'll take the free kick 25 metres out, 45 or 50 degree angle.
Aramini must have had his finger snapped off. I've never seen him come off the ground before.
They tell me it could be his last game too, Paul. Got a change here. Worthington warming up on the interchange bench. And George Mummy off as we wait for this kick from Saunders. Saunders already kicked 1 goal, 2 goals, way to the left and through for 1 point. It takes Mines Rovers up to 5 goals 11, trailing Bunbury 16 goals 7. Shinner now to bring the ball back into play. Gets a short kick out towards Shiosaki. He accommodates by taking the mark on his chest. He brings it down towards the centre of the ground. Possum Maguire lurks into the open. He takes the mark. He looks for somebody to kick to. Gets a high kick down towards Howlett and Dernan. Dernan's on his own. He'll take the mark on his chest. You can get it on to Scratch Square if he's in it. He's quick. Doesn't want him, so he puts him towards the centre of the ground. Tresice is on his own now. He'll find somebody. Always does. Bang.
Nearly short cross.
On the Quartermain's chest. Handball's back to Tresice going past. He puts it high. But there's a good mark taken for Mines Rovers. I think it's Hunter. I've been told it's Kevin Rowe by Cappy Dillon. There goes his kick. Out towards the grandstand side. Mark's taken by Smith. Smith gets it up towards half forward. Maguire in front. He can't take the mark. Oh, Shiosaki comes through beautifully. Shovels it back out towards Hornsby. He throws himself on the ball. In the back by Bastow. Umpire lets it play on. Finally decides I'll have it, and umpire Nettleton will bounce it down left half forward for Mines Rovers. There goes Bastow. Gets high. Only as far as Barry Allen. Slips through his hands. Coles is in there. Allen still follows the ball up. Handball's in front of him. Tackled by Saunders. Held without the ball, and he'll take the free kick between half-back and full-back.
Affectionate kick. Saunders couldn't catch him.
Nah. Bugger Allen now take the kick off the side of the boot. It could be out of bounds on the full. Flags Jimmy Road. Punched over the line for a throw in at left half forward for Mines Rovers. Already got it, Cap. There goes the tap away. Larson over the back, but Heinzen's been infringed over the shoulder, and he'll take the free kick at half forward. Quick handball over to Antonovich. Larson comes in, can't spoil that kick. Goes up towards the full back area. Shinner's there, he drops the ball. Crosses there. So is Barrett. Tackled too high, said the umpire. And young Michael Barrett will take the free kick 35 metres out on a slight angle.
Barrett been fairly effective this quarter for Nines.
Been one of their better players. Wait for Barrett. There goes his kick. Nice looking drop punt away to the left. Out of bounds on the full.
Very nice looking. It's out on the full.
Yeah. Oh, well. Can't see them all.
You want the glasses?
Hornsby to take the free kick back into play. He'll come out towards the Jim Dernan area. Winterton's there. Dernan's up high. Two big hands. Quick handball over to Howlett. Back to Maguire. Oh, well, good shepherding by Dernan. There goes the kick by Maguire. Out of bounds on the full, and the free kick to be taken by Mark Antonovich.
Antonovich to take the free kick back into play. Goes around the mark, immediately shoots it down to goal. Who's in front? Tresice. Drifts in from the side in front of Bastow, and he takes the easiest of marks. Calls from Tresice in the centre of the ground. He goes that way. Interfered with by Peter Rowe. The umpire, Nettleton, has called it it's a fair mark. Down the ground it goes. Tresice in the true centre of the ground this time. Just playing keep it off at the moment, off the Mine side. Down the centre half forward. Quartermain in front once again, in front of Mark Rowe. Takes another easy mark. Fires it down in the Gaunt direction. In front is Gaunt. Behind is Brown. He almost recovers what came off hands. Can't do so. Out of the back line comes Rod Martin. Tucks the ball under his arm. He's caught. No, he's not. Gets it onto the boot. Down to the centre of the ground again. In front is Barrett again. Knocks it down as far as Peter Rowe. Fires the pass out to Coles. Grubbers are along the ground. In fact, Coles doesn't know where to go. Looks at the hand pass over as far as Smith. Accommodates him there. Threads his way through the pack. Held by Allen. Gets out of it. Down as far as Jeff Saunders. Onto the left boot. Fires at goals. Out away to the left-hand side. It goes and through for yet another behind to Mines Rovers. They move on to 5 goals 12. Trailing Bunbury still considerably 16 goals 7.
Notice Wayne Coles didn't kick the goal today, Paul.
Yes, hasn't shown much in the way of being effective as for Mines Rovers. I might have thought they could have altered position for it. Jim Dernan, Bunbury has held him very well and has also played a good game himself. Back comes the ball from Shinner in full back. Over the top of the pack, it comes inboard to Paul Moises. He wants to go around all comers. Holding the ball to call from my money. That's the way it goes. Jimmy Cross to take the free kick. Moises tried to do one too many and paid the penalty for it. Fires the ball out to the wing. Can't bring up the distance, and the mark is taken over there by Hunter. Sula's stand. The mark is Worthington goes down into the full-back position. The ball's fired into centre half forward. Cole's got the front berth this time. Goes around Durnan. Fires long on a magnificent kick from Coles. What a ball burster. And it's gone straight through the middle from beyond 50 metres out. Threaded its way through the goal, 3/4 of the way up, and that takes Mines on to 6 goals. They move on to 6 goals, 12, trailing Bunbury, 16 goals, 7. Centre of the ground with umpire Shawcross. The 20-minute mark is won away by Larson down as far as Peter Rowe. Threads out the hand pass over the far side wing, comes as far as Peter Rowe. Onto the right boot, Kevin Rowe it was, down as far as Smith. Call let it go by Ron White. He accommodates, and he takes a comfortable mark on his chest in front of Shinner. 40 metres out from goals, lines up deliberately on the scoreboard side of the ground, moves in with a drop punt. On its way it goes. Not much moving from anybody there. Clap of the hands by Peter Bastow. Straight through the ideal little it goes again. And Mines have scored their 2nd goal in the space of 30 seconds. Good play by Mines Rovers. They go on to 7 goals, 12. Trailing Bunbury, 16 goals, 7. Ball bounced down again. Nice bounce. One away by Heinsohn. Comes to Tate. Over the top of him. In the back by him against Tresice, and he'll take a free kick. Nothing on offer down the ground. Down a quarter moment it goes. He's in the best position. Drops his head at the vital moment though. Probably still picking up that 2-bob from the toss earlier on in the day. There's one away by Peter Ray. Comes to Mines player Smith, who's hotly pursued by Jimmy Cross. Gets away from him, comes to White, and he's taken his 2nd mark in a matter of a minute, and he will have his 2nd shot at goals in the same period of time. Barry Allen to take the mark. With that, Mines having this quarter scored 3 goals to Bunbury's 1. Fires long, nice kick. I think it's just off the side. No, it's not. Straight through the middle, and that helps the Mines recovery a little bit as they go up to 8 goals, 12. Bunbury, 16 goals, 7, as Bunbury haven't scored for quite a considerable time now, although they are going into what is picking up to be a little bit stiffer breeze, which they will have as they go into the last quarter.
23 minutes into the 3rd quarter, there's the bounce down. Hornsby wins the tap, comes down as far as Peter Rowe. He gets the ball, threads a hand pass out to his brother in Kevin Rowe. There goes his kick up towards half forward. Jimmy Cross will be first there, the bounce beats him. Morridge comes through, traps the ball, gets a handball over to Ray Smith. He's on his own. Oh, he'll run straight into an open goal. No, he passes it to Bastow. Bastow lets it go. And there's Mines Rovers' 9th goal. That takes him up to 9 goals, 12. Bunbury 16 goals, 7. And that's Ray Smith's 1st goal.
Making an impressive recovery, Mines, at this stage of the game, but they're still a hell of a long way behind.
So here goes the bounce down. Heinsohn gets a big tap away. Maguire comes through, it's trapped by Shiosaki. He runs around one player, handballs into Durnan in the centre of the ground. Fires a pass down half forward. Quartermain's there. He takes a good one-hander. He's at centre half forward. Plays on with a short pass into Gavin Howler, right on the 50-metre line. He decides to slow things down and have a shot at goal.
Possum got emptied out in the centre clash.
Possum's down, is he? Just having a breather. Gavin Howlett now to move in. Gives it plenty of height. The big men set themselves. Oh, Heinsohn high into the air and takes a good capture. Right on the edge of the 10-metre square. Brings it out the grandstand side. This could beat his teammates. Want a bit of pace there from Hunter. He doesn't make it. Out of bounds for a throw in right half forward for Bunbury. Umpire Brian Davis throws the ball in. Nice high throw in. Larson over the top, wins a tap, comes to Barrett. Punched away by Larson. He gets a favourable bounce, follows the ball up. Handballs in forward to Ricky Dawson. He's going to be met by Brown. Brown doesn't shirk anything. It's picked up by Shiosaki. Puts on to his boot. I think it's full points. It is. And that's Shiosaki's 3rd goal. Takes Bunbury up to 17 goals, 7. Mines Rovers 9 goals, 12. What a magnificent goal by Shiosaki. Great courage by Ricky Dawson. Umpire Shawcross bounces the ball down. Heinsohn goes up, wins yet another tap. Sorty Saunders there, he traps it, taken by Chisais, ball comes down to Shiosaki, he breaks away, handball over to Maguire, he shoots one over to Howlett, too far for that player, Durnan follows up beautifully, doesn't get a kind bounce, player there in Tonovich, tackle without the ball and he'll take the free kick. Takes it out the far side of the ground where Moyes is on his own, he takes the mark, tidy, closes in, can't catch that play before he gets the kick away, up towards the full forward line, but there's Worthington, last line defence, and he takes the mark on his chest. Doesn't know which way to go, nobody on the mark, so he has one bounce, brings it out to the grandstand side, Barry Allen on his own, he should take the mark, does so now. Oh, 15-metre penalty given away by Winterton.
Barry Allen.
Yeah. Barry Allen now with the advantage of 15 metres, brings him down to the grandstand wing, out towards the quarter main, that's the way the kick goes. He's in front of Rowe. Rowe sets himself, interferes with that player. Ball favours Soulis. He picks it up, breaks away from Martin. Threads a handball in towards the centre of the ground. Hornsby taps it over intelligently to Larson. Howlett comes through now. Throws himself on the ball. Nobody can get away. Finally it's McGuckin. Soulis is there. He picks up the ball. Gets another handball away. Over towards Larson. He's going to be met by Brown. Breaks the tackle. Gets over towards Shiosaki. He's been pushed in the back. Finally Gaunt comes in, picks up the ball, puts it onto his right boot, out of bounds on the full, and the kick in to be taken by Kevin Rowe. Good bit of desperate play then. Yeah. Kevin Rowe now to take the kick in. Uses a spiral torpedo punt out towards Saran Antonovich. Antonovich holds his ground. Picked up by a teammate there in Hunter. He threads a handball through. Nobody can get it away. And the umpire move in for a bounce down to right half forward for Bunbury. There's the bounce down. Hornsby's there. So is Heinsohn. Hornsby wins the tap. Comes as far as Rowe. Threads a hand pass out to Antonovich. Another one over to Barrett. He didn't want the ball. He saw Sarah coming in. There's a handball over towards Ricky Dawson. Another one to Peter Quartermain. He's on the 40-metre mark. There goes his long kick. David Gaunt sets himself. It's over that player's head, out of bounds on the full, and the kick in to be taken by John Brown. Left half forward for Bunbury. Brown shows confidence now, brings it across goals. Comes out towards Heinsohn. Larson closes in. Heinsohn's got time. Gets a handball over towards McGuckin. He drives a torpedo punt up towards the centre wing, up near the grandstand. Up goes Coles, over the top of Durnan, takes the mark, fires a quick hand pass out to Rowe. He gets another one into the centre to his brother, Peter Rowe. He plays on, gets a long handball up towards Winterton. He doesn't know which way to go. Goes around onto his left boot. Way to the left, 1 point only. Takes Mines Rovers up to 9 goals 13, Bunbury 17 goals 7 at about the 30-minute mark of the third quarter. Wait for Pudworthington for the kick in. There it goes out to the hospital side. Hornsby's there. He's the only tall man who wants it, and he'll take the mark. Hornsby threads a hand pass out to Dawson. He's tackled by Tate. Too slow to get rid of the ball, and Ken Tate to receive the free kick at right half forward.
Hornsby that time.
It wasn't effective. There goes Tate now. Half distance kick up towards full forward. Shinner's in front. Ron White's there. Who's got the mark? Oh, Whitey from behind. Snavels it into the chest region and holds it on his chest. White now would be 30 metres out, 50-degree angle. He's kicked a couple this quarter. There goes his kick. Umpire Neville Miller moves to the post. Checks it out with his 2 eyes. Says 1 goal. So it takes Mines up to 10 goals 13, Bunbury 17 goals 7. And that's Whitey's third.
Ball knocked down, comes as far as Gavin Howlett. Over the top of the pack goes Soulis. Infringement goes unseen against Martin as it comes out to Dawson. Gets the ball up to full forward. Out comes White. Handball through himself in front of Dave Gaunt, who hotly pursues him. Gaunt threads it out of the pack. Over the top of the hole, show goes Gaunt. Umpire Shaw cross says, give it a me and I'll bounce it down on the right half forward flank for Bunbury. Heinsohn in there to do battle with Steve Larson. Over the top it goes. Comes down as far as Ron Brown, and Brown is legged. He'll take the free kick. Shiozaki says, what for? As Brown gets gingerly to his feet. Kick will be taken by McGuckin at this stage. Loads up with a torp. Down the ground it goes. Precise punches it away as far as Soulis. Comes out to Barrett. Handball's over the top. Barrett's been a good player for him this quarter. As the ball he's handballed to is Peter Rowe. He's played well also. Out to Antonovich. Long hands over the top to Winterton. Back to Barrett. He's ignored. There's Coles all on his own at centre half forward. Looks for a lead further down the ground from a man. Moisey's in the open position, but Coles goes for goals. Over the top it is too. Over the top of everyone except the umpire. Has threaded his way through for Coles' second goal for the quarter and mine's 11th goal for the game. They go on to 11 goals 13. Still trailing Bunbury by 17 goals 5, but they have made quite a remarkable recovery at this stage of the game in the third quarter. 32-minute mark of the third quarter. Up goes the big men. Run away by Heinsohn for about his 35,000th time. Comes down as far as Precise. Handball's a long one out over his head. Tidy goes through the pack. Two bounce, one bounce, whatever, you can see it. Kicked into the forward line. Marked by John Brown. Takes an easy mark as the siren sounds to end the third quarter here at Hans Memorial Oval, with Bunbury leading 17 goals 7, 109 to Mines Rovers 11 goals 13, and 79 in what has been a much improved quarter for the Mines Rovers side, where they kicked 7 goals 7 to Bunbury's 2 goals 7. 2-2, sorry. What am I apologising for?
There's the siren to start the last quarter in the 1983 grand final. First kick away is won by Barrett. He gets down to half forward. Mark's taken by Jeff Saunders, and he'll take it right on the edge of the 50-metre square. Been a steady player for Mines today, Saunders. He's been approached from behind by Howlett, and he'll receive 15 metres. This will take him down to 50 metres out directly in front.
He did it right, but the umpire didn't call it. Play on.
No, that's right. You know, we wait for Saunders. He uses the spiral. Doesn't carry the distance. Wide in front. He can't hold the mark. Desperation stakes down there for Bunbury now. Nobody can get the ball away. Umpire Shawcross moves in, and he'll have a bounce down about 20 metres out from Mines Rovers' goals. Notice Chris Soulis down the back line now. Larson do ruck work with Bastow. Won by Larson, comes down to Peter Rowe. He's been claimed by Shiosaki. Can't get the ball away, and umpire Shawcross for another bounce down.
Alf getting a little heated there. Thinking he should have had the kick.
Not like Alf. Must have been warranted. Bastow wins a tap. Comes down to Rowe, puts onto his boot. Way to the right-hand side and through for 1 point. Chris Soulis gone back to full-back. Have to try and find Mick Shinner somewhere. He's on the right half forward flank. There's a kick out from Soulis, finds Worthington. He kicks in towards the centre of the ground. Antonovich tries to tap it down. Ball breaks nicely for Possum Maguire. Gets a long kick down towards the full forward line. Players set pace for the ball, beats all players. Hornsby's holding on to McGuckin, and McGuckin received the free kick. He plays on with a hand pass. Over to a teammate. There goes his long kick down the far side of the ground. Antonovich is there. Superior height once again over top of Sarah. Takes the mark. Plays on with a quick handball to Barrett. He's been claimed by Sarah. Holding the ball, says the umpire, and Johnny Sarah to take the free kick right centre wing for Bunbury.
Play John Sarah, beat 2.
There he goes, he's kicking towards the centre of the ground. Gavin Howlett's on his own, plays on with a hand pass to Larson. He sells the dummy, puts onto his boot, kicks it long down towards full forward. Gaunt sets himself, sets the course, let it go. He can't hold it. Ball comes down to a player in Hunter. He breaks away. In towards Heinsohn. He takes the mark. Bit of treatment from Larson into the kidney region. There's the handball, back over to Hunter. He had trouble getting the ball away. Gavin Howlett receives the free kick for holding the ball. Plus 15 metres, is it? No, just umpire Netherland treading out turf. Anyway, Howlett plays on. Short pass into Shiosaki, 40 metres out directly in front. I think Shackers will have a shot from here.
45 metres, I'd call him.
Call him as you see him. Got the wind directly behind him. Shackers already kicked 3 goals. We wait for Shiosaki now, taking plenty of time over the shot. There he goes. Oh, nice looking drop punt. Doesn't have the distance. Big pack sets themselves. Fades away to the left and through for 1 point. This takes Bunbury up to 17 goals 8. Mines Rovers 11 goals 14. There's McGuckin with the kick out now, little short kick out to Heinsohn. Too far for that player. Sarah comes in, socket forward by Heinsohn. Out towards Antonovich. Beats that player over the line, out of bounds, right half forward for Bunbury.
Shinner comes off the ground as Mummy goes back on.
So Juice has got a thigh injury. Won't worry about thighs when he's consuming the alcohol tonight. There's the throw in front of the scoreboard. Heinsohn gets a tap down to Barrett once again. Comes down towards Martin. He breaks away, has one bounce. Tries to get away from Sarah. Just can't quite claim that player. Antonovich is there, picked up by Rowe. He runs around. He's got nobody to kick to. Finally drops the ball and then picks it up again. There goes the kick, down towards the centre wing. Punched away for Bunbury by Durnan. Tate gets a long kick down towards the half forward line, out of bounds on the full, and the kick in to be taken by Jimmy Durnan, or Pudworthing. Durnan now with the kick, in towards the centre of the ground. Good lead by Gavin Howlett, good kick. He has two bounces, run through centre half back. Brings it out towards Darren Scrar. Rose there, he can't hold the mark. Tidy's there. Moisey's got the ball. He's been claimed by Tidy. Gets a hurry kick in towards centre half forward. Saunders is there. He has the best judgment. Picked up by Barry Allen. He's been put down. Coles comes in. Allen flicks it back through his legs over towards Howlett. He gets a long kick up towards half forward. Ricky Dawson's there. So is Hunter. Dawson taps it down. This will favour Martin as he gets a handball over to McGuckin. He brings it out to the hospital side, over towards Antonovich. Johnny Sarah's there. Antonovich can't hold the mark. Finally, he picks it up now. Chisais is there. Oh, beautifully blanketed by Chisais. Gets it on forward to Shiosaki. Back to Chisais. He runs through the centre of the ground. Short pass in towards Ricky Dawson and bangs that player right on the chest. Ricky Dawson right on the edge of the 50-metre square. He kicks it long, right down towards Gaunt, gets away from Brown, punts away from Brown, comes over the back. McGuckin's the only player there. He has trouble picking it up. Hornsby closed in, comes out towards George Mummy. He ducks ahead, tackled by Heinsohn, holding the ball, says the umpire Netherland. And there's Heinsohn take the free kick, or the free hand pass. He gets over to a teammate in Martin. He brings it out to Paul Moises. He gets away from Tidy and takes a mark on his chest.
Moises plays on over the mark, he goes. High ball goes high. Who's underneath it? Rowe and Quartermain. Rowe from behind takes a good mark. Where's he got to kick it to? Get back into the centre of the ground. Coles is there. Takes front berth. And the mark too with it. Play on's a call by the umpire. Plays on. Durnan tackles him and pushed Shiosaki in the back by Coles. Coles has a lot to say about it and Shiosaki will take the free kick. Handball's on immediately. Over to Durnan. Durnan wants to go long, does so. Long spiral kick down the ground. Only McGuckin's there. He can't take what is a simple mark that he should have taken. Comes to the ground, picked up by Mines player, dribbles the kick out as far as Winterton it comes. Shiosaki in the middle, all on his own, takes another easy mark. 30 points the difference once again. Shiosaki puts in a long torpedo kick. Down the ground it goes, down the centre half forward for Bunbury. Who's there? But Hunter and Dawson. Comes out to McGuckin. He's fired since he's been moved out of the full back line. Gets the ball down the ground. Who's over the top of Smith's head as he taps it on. Saunders can't handle it. Throws it over to Smith. Onto the left boot. Down the centre half forward. In front is Mines player and Gary King, and he takes the mark. Play on's the call. King goes round. His leg, the vital moment, and he'll take another free kick. Umpire Shaw, Cross moves in to the greatest rate of knots and has a few words to Jimmy Cross. The ball's kicked down the ground. Durnan forward straight down the throat of Shiosaki. Where's he going to go from there? All on his own precise, as he has been most of the day. Over the top to Gaunt. Must have been brought out to centre half forward. Round he goes. Sells the dummy to Brown. Spirals the punt kick straight down to McGuckin, all on his own. Bit of loose play here by Bunbury, where they seem to have the game all wrapped up at this stage. 30 points behind, the game well and truly be lost from here as Mines go across the face of the ground to Paul Moises. Comes off his hands, punched away by Ashley Tidy and runs over the line and out of bounds. Brown there to do battle with Dawson. Holds the front position, pushed. Out comes Kevin Rowe. Onto the boot in the centre of the ground. Who's there? Darren Scrar. Bounce in front of him. Doesn't bounce, or picked up not too kindly by him. Comes to Peter Rowe. He's held without it. Gets the free kick. Plays on. Taken in front of the mark, but doesn't matter. Tackled by Barry Allen. Paul Moises there. He can't take it. Out comes Jimmy Cross. Tries to paddle it forward. Can't do so. The bottle's up in the left wing for Mines. And we'll see another bounce down. Runner for Bunbury, Wally particularly out there firing his guys on. Punched away by Hornsby. Over the top by Scrar, going in the Bunbury direction. Taken away by Ray Smith. Held too high by Ashley Tidy, and he'll take a free kick. Almost 10 minutes played in the last quarter here as it comes out to Heinsohn onto the left boot. Fires down to centre half forward. Over the top of all players, but in chips Woodworthington takes a mark all on his own. Where's it to go from here? Out on the far side of the ground, look Worthington. Long kick, nice kick too. Over the top, Sarah's there. He paddles it on, comes down as far as Martin. He cleans it up. Long handball over the top to waiting Ron White. Handball's over again to player Martin. He's followed it down well, gets the high ball down to full forward for Mines. Comes to no one in particular. Basto's there. He can't pick it up. So is Jimmy Cross at ground level. He can't pick it up either. Paddles it on. Who's in there is Barrett. He doesn't want it. No one wants it at all as the ball bottle up in the left full forward pocket for Mines Rovers. The umpire says, give it a me and I'll bounce it down once again.
25 shots apiece at the moment, Paul, too.
Yes, contrasting scores at this time with number of shots had by both sides, whereby Bunbury lead by 30 points, and I think that has been quite indicative of the way players have been had today. Other than about the first 5 or 10 minutes of the game, Bunbury has held the front spot, whereby Mines could, if they maintained that front position, been in a far better position. The ball's thrown in, comes down to Shiozaki. Boots it high down the far wing. Yeah. Precise, playing the loose man in the middle of the ground at the moment by the look of it, because there's no one there, but his kick doesn't do justice to the play, and Martin cleans up with a timely mark. Short kick over to Ray Smith, comes as far as Antonovich into the centre of the ground. Brown's come up from his centre half back position, looks for play down the ground. Short kick goes out as far as Moises. He's all in his own and takes an easy mark. Haven't seen much of Moises today, although the late part of the third quarter and this quarter he's been in it a bit as he fires it down to full forward. Under the ball is Ron White and Chris Soulis. Comes off White's hands, picked up by Dernan behind the pack. Fires the ball down as far as Moises. Kick to kick it is now as it's moved back into the centre half forward position. Possum Maguire takes a mark and he'll take things easy for Bunbury. Out here. Play on's a call by umpire Shawcross as he brings it out to the grandstand side of the ground, finds Barry Allen and he takes a mark. On the mark is a very tired Michael Barrett. Over the top it goes, off hands to Gaunt, down to Scrar, chasing Brown, can't mop up, over the top of all plays, he's got the leg break, oh, he didn't get the off break to it, goes straight through, hits the tree, and we'll see another behind registered for Bunbury. They move on to 17 goals 9, leading Mines Rovers 11 goals 14. Ball's kicked high to the far side of the ground. Underneath it is Heinsohn. He almost takes the mark. Out's pushed Johnny Sarek. Fair enough by me for my money. It's fired into the centre as Michael Barrett kicks a wobbly old pass towards centre half forward. Wayne Coles takes a mark in front of Dernan. Play on's a call now as Coles goes around the mark, down to the true centre half forward position. Out screams Ron White, can't take what he should have taken, simple chance, dropped his head at the crucial moment as out comes Bunbury. All their big guns firing now as the ball's kicked out. I think it's just a matter of time now before the game is finished. Precise fires the ball down to full forward over the top of Quartermain. He's tired, so is Rowe. The ball beats them over the line, runs out of bounds for another throw in the right full forward line for Bunbury. 12-minute mark, 31 points of difference in Bunbury's favour as they look like heading well towards their second premiership in a row. Fired in over the top it goes, one away by Heinsohn. Comes to ground, nobody can pick it up. Bottles up, give it to me, says umpire Nettleton, and I'll ball it down once again. Ken Tate goes back onto the ground as Ron White comes off. The ball's bounced down again. Comes through all players down as far as George Mummy. He's held without it. It's bottled up and we'll see another ball up. About centre half forward for Bunbury. Down it goes again. Heavy work done by the big men Larson and Heinsohn. Comes to no one in particular. Bottled up again. And at the moment, with all these players as tight as what they are, as everyone can understand, everybody lies down, pulls out the camp stretch and has a bit of a spell. One away by Dawson. Come to Rowe. And he's fired it into the roof of the hospital and we'll see it booted back into the ground by a Bunbury player, Sarah. I don't think there's much sting left in any of these players now. Sarah's about 60 metres out. Looks to Gaunt. He can't handle it. Yes, comes off hands, but he does so.
Yeah, he's paid it.
The only one, the hands that came off, according to umpire, was his own. 41.357 metres out. Gaunt will fire at goals. Aiming at his 6th for the day and his 1st in this half. Moves deliberately in. Swings the boot straight through. Straight as the eye.
Doesn't move.
Umpire Miller doesn't move a muscle except to fire both barrels. Through the middle. And that's Bunbury's 18th. That's their 1st for the quarter. And Gaunt's 6th for the game. 18 goals, 9. Bunbury lead Mines Rovers, and I think that if the nail hadn't been sunk earlier, I think that sunk the nail right into the coffin now as Mines go on trail 11 goals, 14. Ball back in the centre of the ground goes down. Umpire, boundary umpire has seen infringement here. He's seen the Mines runner or trainer in the ground, and the Bunbury side will take a free kick. Bunbury runner throws his head in the air, cannot believe it. Larson takes the kick. Long way down the ground it goes, centre half forward, over the top. McGuckin almost takes it, but can't do justice to it. Comes off Rowe's hands. Picked up finally by Quartermain. Handballs over the top. Comes as far as Howlett. Didn't know really what to do with it. Puts it on the left boot and fires it over the line and out of bounds on the full. It must have been a point at that stage. The ball's kicked out by Rowe from Mines Rovers. Punch back towards the Bunbury goals from the kick-off. Round goes McGuckin. Drops it as he's taken by Gaunt. Recovered by Barrett. Sells the dummy. Round he goes to the far side of the ground. Oh, geez, they like that hospital. I think most of them must have a girlfriend up there or something. They fire the ball up there, marked by Coles, over to Antonovich. Fires it up into no one in particular. Coles is there again. Can't have been Coles there previously. The ball runs over the line and out of bounds, and we'll see another throw in on the far wing for the Bunbury and the Mines side. Coles taps it over the back, comes down as far as Smith. He threads it down the pack and comes to Winterton. He gets it to centre half forward. Bit of heavy work done by, and holding done by Saunders and Allen will take the resultant free kick. Really, I can't see any value in free kicks there, as I would presume both players are doing all the holding.
No, right decision.
15-metre penalty against Mines. Probably a little bit of verbal abuse thrown at the umpire then for the decision, as Allen kicks it, comes over the back to Mines Rovers, kicks it forward. Worthington now on with the handbrake, has a bounce, thinks he's running in the mad mile. 3 bounces. Come on, Basto. Basto can't catch him. Well run, Worthington. Handball's over to Tidy. Flicks the hand pass over the top to Scrar. Long shot at goals. Out comes Hornsby. Hornsby, like the flying gazelle, takes it on the chest. And the big mark goes to Hornsby and will shoot at goals from 15 metres out on what is possibly about a 65-degree angle. From my side of the fence, it looks like 65. Not anymore. Moves in deliberately at goals, fires it straight through the middle. Never Miller says so. Good enough for everybody else. The cheers go up from the Bunbury side as they move on to 19 goals, 10. Leading the Mines Rovers, 11 goals, 14.
Centre umpire Nettleton bounces the ball down. Tresice is there. Heinsohn gets the tap down, comes to Gaunt, taps it over nicely for Ricky Dawson. He gets around one player, gets a short pass up towards Tresice, right on the edge of the 50-metre line. Well, I guess he'd just about have a shot from here. Ron Tresice. Kicked 2 goals today.
At this stage of the afternoon, Trevor, can I put you in the hot spot? What a magnificent kick.
Kick by Tresice.
Can I put you in the hot spot and say...
It's a highwayman kick.
Ask who would be your best
Tresice
players for the Pike medal today.
I think Ron Tresice would have a good show at the moment.
What a long
Back in the centre umpire, Shawcross bounces the ball down. Heinsohn gets another tap down, favours Smith. Hurried kick up towards centre half forward, only be chopped off by Barry Allen. Plugger now puts it onto his boot, brings it out grandstand side. Scrars in front, gets a hurried hand pass over to Ricky Dawson. Too far for that player. Backed up well by Howlett. Gets it back to Scrar. He has one bounce, kicks it up towards full forward. Gaunt goes up, he can't control it, but there's the mark taken for Mines Rovers by Rowe. Rowe now at half back. Steadies this avalanche down for Mines. There goes his kick. Ricky Dawson's there, he can't trap it. Picked up by Rowe. Gets a kick up towards half forward. Plugger Allen's there with Shorty Saunders. Nobody can get the ball. Comes down to Coles. He's been pursued. Holding the ball, says the umpire. Wayne Cole's not impressed. Throws the ball at the umpire. 15 metres. And Barry Allen to take the free kick.
That's reportable, right?
Yes, I thought it was. There's a mark from that kick by Allen to Howlett. He's on the centre wing. He uses a nice torpedo punt right up to half forward. Al Shiosaki's there, runs into a frame in the shape of Brown. Brown felt it too. He's down on all fours. McGuckin's there to tidy up, gets a handball away. Comes over towards Quartermain. Threads a hand pass out towards Shiosaki. Breaks away from King easily. Oh, finally loses the ball. Rowe's in there. Nobody can get the ball away now. Finally it's left to Peter Rowe. Picks up the ball. Runs past the big frame of John Brown, still arched in all fours. There goes the kick. Barry Allen's there. He's being met by Winterton. Oh, full-blooded back front. And that'll be 15 metres too. I don't think Bazra will take the kick. He'll pick himself up surely.
He'll rest quietly on his Slumber King this evening.
Yeah, I think he's all right. Bit of syrup into him, he'll be right. There goes the kick anyway, up towards the half-forward line. George Mummy's there. He's been tackled too high and he'll take the free kick 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. I think Winterton had Barry Allen's number right in his eyes before he jumped for that ball.
I'm not surprised Ian McCulloch would give you the side earlier on in the week, Trevor. I don't think he had one. Doesn't seem as though he's got it this afternoon.
Anyway, wait for George Mummy to have his shot at goal. There goes his kick. Neville has a little run around up there, 1 point only. Takes Bunbury up to 20 goals 11. Mines Rovers 11 goals 14. Baz is up on his feet, but don't think he'll participate too much in the game. Is he? Yeah, he's all right.
Where's that train that hit me?
Thank goodness there's Robin. Anyway, there's a kick out by Mines Rovers, taken by Scrar. Well shepherded by Dawson. Scrar puts it onto his boot. Umpire Neville Miller has a look at it. Way to the right-hand side and through for another point. Yes, Plugger's coming off. Mick Shinner on. Still be able to drink this syrup tonight, Plugger. Not running with his usual dash though. Anyway, we wait for the kick in by Mines Rovers after that point scored. Can't pick that player up at the moment. I think it's Kevin Rowe. There goes the kick. There goes his kick up towards the grandstand hospital side. John Brown has put Steve Larson down. There's nothing unfair about that, I thought. Just a bit of bulk in the road. Anyway, Steve's got the mark. Whether he'll be able to take the kick, we don't know. Mine's deciding to put in a bit of heavy stuff at this stage of the game. It's about an hour and 3/4 too late.
Mark CR, quite a big bunch of keys too. They're at league headquarters. They're marked CR.
Anyway, Gaunt's got the kick. There goes his long kick in towards full forward. Quartermain gets up high. Nobody can take the mark. Comes to ground. Picked up by Hunter. Rowe it is. Gets in towards half back. There's Kevin Rowe and he'll get the free kick at centre half back.
Getting a little tongue-tied, are we? Got a hand over. Rowe kicks the ball up into the centre of the ground as Dern's there. Fished it away from Coles. Comes to ground. Brown chips it along as far as Coles. Hunts out Saunders. Saunders goes for the elbow. In goes Coles with the arms, fists, legs, anything you can find. I think that's the order of the day now. As Mines have gone for all money. They don't look like coming back into it for about 15 weeks into the second round of the 1984 season. Howlett to take the free kick in the centre of the ground now.
The old Khyber pass, a bit of a rub.
Oh, well, made round to go round. Short pass over as far as Possum Maguire, and he takes the easiest of marks. Saunders looking for a bit of a stoush. He may as well, he hasn't done anything. Possum Maguire chips the ball down the ground, looks for Gaunt. Gaunt looks a bit tired at this stage as no one wants to chase up the ball. There's Larson, he mops up, handballs over to Quartermain, who immediately handballs to Brown. Onto the boot goes Brown, as far as Peter Ray. Has one handball, goes around Gavin Maguire, gets it over to Antonovich. He belts it down the ground, finds a teammate down there in Gary Winterton, goes around the ground, just going through the motions now as it comes over as far as Peter Basto. He takes this is what he should have taken. Hood cleans up. Big dash down the wing again goes Hood. On with the handbrake. Threads the hand pass over the top of Hood Worthington. Over to Tresice. He gets the ball to Dawson, goes over his head and comes as far as Kevin Rowe. Rowe has one bounce, he goes around Shiozaki, looks down the ground to centre half forward and he finds down the ground to Shorty Saunders. Threads a hand pass out to Coles. He didn't want it. He's just looking for the shower at the moment. The ball's been bottled up at centre half forward and we'll see a bounce down. Everybody's tired as the ball's bounced down centre half forward. Comes as far as Hornsby. Paddles it out to Dernan. Picks it up. Can't get his kick away as it's blocked by a Mines player. Comes out as far as Howlett. Gets a short pass. Goes only as far as Peter Rowe. Onto the left boot. Threads it way down the ground. Down as far as Ken Tate. He can't. It plays on. Can't get it. Chipped off the ground. Across the face of goals and through for 1 point. That brings up the second score for Mines in this last quarter, and with only 4 minutes to go they've put up a fairly dismal show at this stage of the game as Bunbury head the board 20 goals 12, Mines Rovers 11 goals 15. Worthington to kick the ball in again, long to the far side of the ground. Who's there? Shiozaki. Oh, up goes Shiozaki, almost takes a spectacular mark, comes down as far as Possum Maguire. Kicks the ball way out the far side of the ground as through comes Rod Martin. He can't pick it up, but it's picked up by George Mummy. It's been run over the line and out of bounds, says the boundary umpire Davis, and we'll see a throw in. Ball's thrown in again. Basto goes up, almost takes clean possession, but it's knocked away from him by Larson. Comes back out as far as Basto. Goes through his legs though, out to another Mines player in Winterton. Handballs over as far as another Mines player in, I can't see from here, Rowe I think it is. Kicks the ball down to centre half forward. Out to Tate. Over to Winterton again. He's followed it down nicely. Picks up the ball straight onto the boot from 30 metres out, straight through the middle. And that's Winterton's second goal and Mines Rovers 12. They go on by Nettleton back in the centre of the ground, going through the motions of cleaning up the end of this game as it's won away by Hornsby, down as far as Precise. He can't handle it cleanly. He's pushed, comes as far as Saunders. He's held with that and he'll take the free kick. I don't think he cares too much whether he takes the kick or not because the result is beyond doubt, but he'll do what he can to finish this off the Mines side as he kicks the ball over to Coles. He shoots it goal nicely onto the boot, fades away just fractionally into the post. And it's another point as Mines do the attacking at this stage of the game. Worthington kicks the ball out. Hits the ball out. Howlett on the burst. He takes a mark all on his own. Jimmy Cross comes down the ground. He looks like he's going to do a bit of roving. What's Howlett going to do? I think he wants to lay it. No, he doesn't. He wants to kick it. That he does. Down as far as Possum Maguire, and Possum Maguire takes a good mark in between Moises and Saunders for Mines Rovers. Howlett goes through looking for the hand pass. Maguire ignores it. Onto the boot into the centre of the ground. There's Hornsby. He's played well this afternoon for Bunbury. In front of Basto. Goes back. Settles play down. What's down there? Not much on offer. Decides to kick it long. Over the top it goes to John Brown. Handballs out immediately. Comes as far as Rowe. Onto the boot to centre half forward. In front's Dernan. Almost pulls into one-hander, but Coles takes it instead. Play on's the call. Handball by Coles over the top of the pack. Comes out to Coles again. He's looking for a goal. Threads it through. Easy as you like. But I think the horse is bolted. That is Wayne Cole's third goal for the afternoon. That's their 13th. Right. They are 13 goals 15. Bunbury 20 goals 12.
Back in the centre, 29 minutes into the last quarter of the 1983 grand final. There's the bounce down. Saunders picks up the ball, gets a hand pass over to Antonovich. He picks it up, gets around Tresice, puts it onto his boot, gets it down towards the half-forward line. Kenny Tate's there, too far for that player. Worthington and Cross converge on the ball. Worthington with superior pace. It's been done this a few times today. One bounce, goes down the far side of the ground. Decides to kick it in towards Shiosaki, too far for that player. Sarah's there, so is Saunders. Sarah picks up the ball now, gets a handball away, over towards Shiosaki. The ball favours Ray Smith, he picks up the ball now, gets around Sulis, puts it onto his left boot, in towards player in King. King puts it onto his boot, kicks it over towards Wayne Coles at centre half forward, and he takes the mark on his chest. Doesn't worry about kicking the ball at the goals. And we see the final score in the 1983 Grand Final. Bunbury 20 goals 12, Mines Rovers 13 goals 15.
Little kid nearly scored himself a footy.
Goal scorers for Bunbury: Ricky Dawson 1, Dave Gaunt 6, Gavin Howlett 2, Chris Soulis 1, Peter Quartermain 1, Ron Tresice 3, Steve Mummy 1, Ashley Tidy 1, Al Shiosaki 3, and Dave Hornsby 1. For Mines Rovers goal scorers, Paul.
Thanks, Trevor. Mines Rovers didn't have as many goal scorers naturally, being on the losing end of the ballpark today. Gary Winterton, the centreman for Mines Rovers, kicked 2. Ray Smith 1. Jeff Saunders 3. Ron White had a purple patch in the third quarter. He kicked 3. Peter Bastow 2. Wayne Coles 3, with an enormous kick from centre half forward in the third quarter. And that's the sum total of the Mines Rovers side. The best players for Bunbury side is back to you, Trevor.
Well, I thought the best for Bunbury was Ron Tresice, followed closely by Gavin Howlett. I thought he played a pretty good game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we urge you to give your support to two fine
others to show promise. I thought in the half-back line was Jim Durnan, put in a real good game for the grand final. I think they missed Barry Haydinger in the centre when he went off early, but the position was taken up nicely by Ron Tresice and George Mummy. Lost nothing there. Dave Gaunt with 6 goals must weigh in. The best of the rest would have been Al Shiosaki and Darren Scrab. Mines Rovers.
Going through the Mines side, pretty hard to find best players for them, but this afternoon I thought Mark Antonovich did a fine job on his wing as opposed to Johnny Sarah. John played quite well, but I think Antonovich might have had the better of the duel on the day. Michael Barrett came into it in the second half. Gary Winterton played well all day, as did Ray Smith. Paul Moyes, didn't see much of him today. Jeff Saunders, again, we didn't see much of. Ron White in the third quarter had a purple patch, but didn't have much up till then, and didn't have a great deal after. Mark Rowe played quite well in the back line. Gary King, the interchange player, did a bit as Bill Hunter did. Peter Bastow played well in the full-back, in the back line, and also while he's rucking on the ball. John Brown played the job well while he's opposed to Dave Gaunt. Kept him down to about 2 goals from the time that he went on him. Kim Aramini played well while in the back pocket while he was on the ground. Later on coming off with obviously what looked like a dislocated finger. Wayne Coles didn't feature in the game much, although he kicked 3 goals, which was in the last half of the game. Ken Tate in and out of the game, being off the interchange bench. Craig McGuckin played a lot better once he came out of the full-back position. And the best of the ruckmen throughout the day, Des Heinzen, won countless numbers of knocks, and his knuckles should be down to the bone by now. Of the rucks, they all did well today, but for my money, Des Heinzen was the best of them.
Away from the middle.
All the Bunbury players and their supporters at the moment in the middle of the ground as the Mines Rovers have left the ground, gone in for that much-needed shower after a pretty dogged and torrid afternoon's football. But the jubilant Bunbury side, along with their supporters, still in the middle of the ground as the Southwest National Football League prepare to present the cheque from Town and Country and the Premiership Cup to be presented to the winning side. We'll see the Pike Medal and the mark of the day and the goal of the day to be presented shortly.
Could Peter Betty also come to the dive?
Still got it, have you? Down on the dais at the moment, representing Town and Country Building Society, is Mr. Alex McLeod. Representing GWN Television Radio Network is Ron Moffat. Mr. Bob Black of the Southwest National Football League, and Mr. Brian Burke, the Premier of Western Australia, to make the necessary presentations to clean up the official part of the 1983 Grand Final season. The festivities taking part afterwards over at the Bunbury Football Club underneath the big tent, and presumably some of the Mines Rovers players will be there to celebrate, even though they won. Everyone changes their hat and their colours after the game finishes, so we'll expect to see
please come to the dive.
probably some of the Mines players over there before the completion of the day. Coming through the pack is the Bunbury captain, along with the Bunbury coach, led by Ron Precise, the captain, followed up by Peter Betty, congratulated by Bernie Cunningham from the league.
Thank you, Peter. Premier Mr. Burke, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the winners of the Colts, South Bunbury, well done. The winners of the Reserves, the Saints, well done. And last but not least, the Bunbury Football Club. Firstly, to Peter Betty. As most people will know, Peter now goes down in coaching history. Three successful premiership sides, one with Donnybrook and two on the trot with Bunbury. Well done. For the members of the Bunbury Football Club, you had this in your sub-rooms for 12 months last year. You've well and truly earned it today for another 12 months. Ron, on behalf of the Golden West Network, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the cup, Mr. Alex McLeod will present the Town and Country $2,000 cheque to Peter Betty. Mr. Premier, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very great and a pleasing honour for me to be able to present this cheque to the Bunbury Football Club for being premiers of the Southwest Football League for 1983. On behalf of Town and Country and their local agents, Farm Stanley, it's the greatest pleasure to present it to the President of the Bunbury Club, Peter Cricket.
There we have the Town and Country WA $2,000 cheque being handed by Mr. Alex McLeod from Town and Country, representing Town and Country, to Mr. Peter Craigie, the President of the Bunbury Football Club.
Which will be given by the Premier, Mr. Burke, and by Mr. Bob Black.
Now we will see the presentation of the medals, individual medals to the winning premiership side, to the individual players.
Mitch Jenner. Jimmy Cross. Dave Hornby.
Thought it was you.
Possum Maguire. Jimmy Down. Barry Allen.
Ashley Sarah. Barry Heidinger. Ashley Tidy. Darren Straub. Peter Quartermain. Gavin Howlett. Ricky Dawson. David Gord. Stephen Larson. Elsie Saki. Put Worthington. Georgie Mummy. And Chris Phillips. And one for our worthy coach, Peter Betty. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, from the Southwest National Football League. I thank you very, very much for your attendance and a very, very good year. Thank you very much. Also, I have to announce that the boys for science, the Ronnie for science from Bunbury.
And there you have it following the presentation. Is that still on, Lindsay, or not? There you have it. Ron Tresice has just been announced the winner of the Pike Medal for the grand final of the 1983 grand final.
With the Bunbury Football Club players,
along with the jubilation of winning the grand final.
I'm sure they'd like to see you.
As we see the players drift away, the crowd drift away, we cut her off from the Scrubbers Incorporated back to the studio. Yeah.